Yeah. What up, though? What is popping? What's happening? What's going on? You back in the lab with your man, marqnash. Excuse me. I am he. Another great episode of Breaking Beats. I hope this broadcast finds you guys in good spirits, good health, good prosperity. God knows we all need it. Man, we got a good topic on the docket today. I know it's going to get a little touchy at times, but I'm here for it. We're going to have a good conversation. And I hope you guys take advantage of the phone line and call in and chop it up with your man, marqnash. Hey, look, man, we got to talk about this whole topic right here. I've been seeing a lot of things going on in these YouTube streets, and I'm going to just keep it a buck with you. I want to know, what do you guys think is going on? Why can't I'm sorry, I'm about to call him David Haney. Why can't DEVIN Haney get these big fights, y'all? What is going on? What are we missing here? What is the disconnect? Is it business? Is it money? Is it politics? Is it race? I've heard all of it over the last few days, and I'm really, really interested in it. Yeah, my man said, good question. Yeah, I've been hearing that since I did the pre-show earlier. Somebody said, hey, it's a lot of good questions. Was he difficult to deal with? Is it Hearn not understanding the politics? Is it Bob Arum just, hey, he got the juice? Is he high risk, low reward? We got a survey in the chat, by the way. So it's a lot we're going to unpack on this topic today. Just to let you know, we're going to run a 5-minute intro. Let me finish blasting this out, and I'm sharing the show. We'll be back in 5 minutes, but I got my guy Mike on sports. He's going to pull up about 10:30. So he's going to pull up about 10:30, chop it up with us. And yeah, man, we got to talk about this, family. We got to talk about it. And I'm looking at some of the tweets. We're going to pull up the tweets. What is the disconnect? Does he not have a fan-friendly style? I've seen some people in the chats telling me in my Breaking Beats Facebook group. Make sure y'all join our Breaking Beats Facebook group, by the way. They said Loma just has more of an exciting style. DEVIN has a jab and run type style. So we'll talk about it. I don't see it, but here we go. Already. Why can't Haney get the big fights? Why did Cam pick Loma? Is it politics like the WBO, the WBC, Bob Arum just being connected more than Eddie? Is it business? He's high risk, low reward. Is it money? DAZN isn't offering the big money, or is it simply racism in boxing? You know, I had to throw some good old-fashioned American racism in there, right? Because people feel that way. People are saying that. So we're going to talk about that, y'all. I'm going to open the phone lines up, and we're going to chop it up with the neighborhood, and we're going to figure this out. Or at least we're going to have a vehicle where we can all voice our opinions, whether you agree or disagree. I'm just ask you guys, when you guys talking to each other, let's not to be so combative. Like, nobody's here is your enemy. You guys can agree to disagree. Let's just move forward. This whole show is not about changing anybody's opinion. It's about, like I said, having a vehicle where we can all be heard. So with that said, man, we're gonna run this show intro. We're gonna run the show timer, so we can all let this room populate. Let me finish sharing the link out. And yeah, man, make sure y'all take advantage of the survey. It's your man marqnash, Breaking Beats, man. This should be a good one. I'll be back in 5 minutes or less. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Now, I love my job today. We're going to have a good time doing it, too. Let's do it. Let's do it. marqnash, Breaking Beats. Let's get it.
This is my passion. This is what I love to do. But some days, sometimes, I'm just like you, man. I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job. From a good dream I wake, sun rays on my face, planning out my day, hoping this ain't the one that I catch a case. I feel so good, I feel so straight. My manager keep calling me saying, hurry up, you late. Hurry up, you lay off. Y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Been trying to play it cool, but it's hard to play it off. I've been hanging on to this bullshit, cause my car still ain't paid off. I know I'm on my way up. My boy just got laid off, so f y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. These hoes is so ratchet. These hoes is so sneaky. Y'all don't even really pay enough for y'all to only pay bi-weekly. I'm trying to double up my cash. Take this job, shove it up your ass. Yo, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. We're the reason why your stockholders always stay afloat. Yet I'm asking, are they hiring? Like everywhere I go, schedule will say 9, but I think it's fine if I clock in at 9:04. I work 40 hours a week plus overtime just to be bro. So y'all, man, I hate this job. Hate that I applied. So much has transpired since the day that I was high. Told me I could advance, but you were telling me lies. Gotta give your notice before I quit, but you don't say shit right before I'm fired. Damn, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. You and your procedures, you and your protocol, you and your policies, none of that shit don't apply to me. You and your quotas, you and your standards, you and your 2 sick days a year. Y'all niggas bananas. Wonder why the postman's posted with hammers, going postal with Popo on camera. His wage got him enraged, stressed out, it's hard to maintain. He flips the middle, grabs his. He said, if you don't get the picture, I quit, you ain't shoot, mother. Man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Look, man, I hate this job. I put my pants on one leg at a time, just like you. I'm out here trying to take care of my family. Damn, I hate this job. It's not always glamorous, for real, but I do what I gotta do for me and mine, you know? Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you, nigga. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and or the host. They do not explicitly nor necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by the channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during the program. Basically, if I didn't say it, don't come for me. You come for the person who said it. And please don't sue me for somebody else's words. With that said, let's start the show, motherfucker.
This that squad sound.
What up, though? What's popping? What's happening? What's going on? You back in the lab with your man, marqnash. He is I am he. Another one, another great episode of Breaking Beats. Shout out to everybody in the neighborhood. What's good, neighborhood? How y'all feel? What's the deal? Hey, man, we got to talk about it, baby. We got to talk about it. Let's get right into it. It's so much drama in the YTC. Oh, my God. What's going on with this fight, man? What do y'all think is the hold up? What's the deal? Let me give a quick shout out to everybody who's pulling up right here early. Shout out to everybody who's here early. Yo, I think that's how I'm going to do my next giveaway, too. Like, for the people who are here early, I'm going to already put your name on the list, and we're just going to draw it that way. That's who's going to win the money or the laptop. Then we'll do some giveaways that's going to be members only. We gotta reward these people who are here early. Yeah, we got to give, yeah. People like, man, I'll be here all the time, but you be late. Be late for class, baby. What up, though?
What up?
What's popping? What's happening? What's going on? Let me give it up real quick. Pause. A little too early for the pause, but
You what?
y'all know what I meant. Shout out to the fans corner, aka Liz Lowe. That's the Decatur, Georgia, man. Decatur wears greater.
What up?
Shout out to the bots and scholar.
What up?
Shout out to my guy, Two Guard.
What up?
What up, though? Andrew Charles in charge,
What
baby.
up?
What up, Charles? Mir is always here.
What up?
My guy Rob G, that's Dallas all day. That's Texas, big Texas.
What up?
Music mindset. What up, though?
What up?
Okay. I'm gonna read some of these too. He said Loma will be right back in power again, and let's see if he will actually fight Devin. These promoters just don't want to do business with the zone. Time for Dev to go to PBC.
What up?
Oh shit, we're gonna talk about it. He said I think Kambola versus Loma would be more exciting than KAMBOSOS versus Haney. How about that?
What up?
And Rob G's a black man. Okay.
What up?
Shout out to Music Mindset, my brother Derek Lincoln.
What up?
He said, if you hate your job, slap your boss. Don't slap your boss, y'all. That's Rob G tripping.
What up?
Joey Chaz, what up?
What up?
Haney is in 05, is number 5? Is that in 05? Is that, hold up. Okay. I don't get it. Haney is in 05. In 05, I don't get it. Shout out to Karma Serene, the queen. What up?
What up?
Joey said, Haney is not a star. He can't sell out a barbecue chicken dinner.
What up?
Joey Chad, some people say that was racist. Can't be talking about black folks with their chicken, they won't lick and they watermelon. Respectfully.
What up?
Karma Serene, what up, gorgeous?
What up?
HLD, what up, my G?
What up?
He said, let's start this mother. Hey, you already know what we're going to do.
What up?
All right, D-Ray all day. He don't play.
What up?
What up, homie? Yeah, early on the pause. I'm tripping. Reggie, what up, Reg? Reggie O
What up?
with the Killer Show. South Central all day. Now residing in Las Vegas where all the money at.
What up?
Damn, Reggie, what does Devin do out there in Vegas when he pull up? Does he stop the show? D-Lo, what up, my G? What's popping, D-Lo?
What up?
He said, Joey Chad said, my bad. Come on, Joey Chad, you can't be talking about black folks. He can't sell out a barbecue chicken dinner in the projects. Hey, that's racist.
What up?
Possibly, right? Welcome homes. Okay, I got my brother here from ATL2, D-Lo.
What up?
But it's actually Delo, right? People don't know about that East Point, that Helen and Delo, baby.
What up?
Yeah, man. So look, man, let's just right into the smoke, man. Let's just talk about this, y'all. So as y'all know, we did a little pre-show on this earlier. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I'm gonna drop the link out there so you guys can pull it up and chop it up with me about this. We also gonna open the phone lines up because look, this is a community right here. This is the neighborhood. So we gotta let everybody get their piece, let everybody get their bars off. Because the problem, like I always tell people, the shit can get so toxic a lot of times because people don't feel like they got a voice, they don't feel heard. So we're gonna talk about it. Is George KAMBOSOS just a little too big-headed? Is he babysitting the belts like Tio? Some people said Tio waited too long to get back into the ring. Is that what's going on with George KAMBOSOS? Ferocious George KAMBOSOS. Is he ducking? Let's just call it what it is. Some people saying he's ducking. How do you want to fight Lomachenko for no belts, but you can fight Devin for the real undisputed? So let me make sure I got this phone number on the screen so y'all know what I mean when I say these things. And yeah, man, I'm gonna chop it up with the homies this Wednesday. As promised, we will where's the link? There we go. As promised, we will chop it up with you guys and girls who love boxing. And yeah, let everybody voice their opinion. This can be a very short show, or this can be a very long show. It depends on how it goes. Because some people are just saying marqnash bottom line up front. You know what it is. NBF, no black fighters. But I hear black folks saying as well, hey, look, man, I'd rather see Loma go in there and beat him. I think Loma can beat KAMBOSOS. And will Loma fight Devin this time, though? Because there was times where Devin wanted to fight Loma, and Loma was saying, I want to fight Tank Davis. Tank Davis and TMT didn't want to fight with him back then. Now, I have an opinion on that. My opinion is very simple. I believe they didn't want to fight Loma because Loma was going to be the clear A side at that time. At this point, Gervonta Davis, his cachet has changed. He's still undefeated. He's putting asses in seats. He is also now a 3-division champion. So it's very possible that now Gervonta Davis will be in the driver's seat if that fight was to occur. But yeah, let me make sure I got this link out here. I would love to hear what you guys got to say about this. But but I got to keep it a buck. Got to keep it 1,000 with you. Some people say it's racism. Yep, straight up old-fashioned good American racism. They don't want to see the black man shine. Now, look, I believe you guys. I agree. Racism is alive and well, not just here in America. It's global. It's a global disease, in my opinion. Racism is, they ain't got no vac for that. It ain't no jab for that. But could it just be better decision? Now, I remember telling you guys before this came out, I believe Bob Arum and Loma was going to get the fight because Bob Arum just been in the business. He got the relationships. He know how to move and shake in the rooms. He's a pillar in boxing, whether you like him or not. He's been around boxing since Jesus got his first punching bag. All right, it's a little joke. Look, okay, a little too early for the joke with the Jesus joke. All right, my bad. But you get what I mean. You know what I mean when I say these things. Why can't this kid get a fight? Is it Eddie Hearn? Because Eddie Hearn and DAZN was about to put up a lot of money. So for what's his name? Canelo. They put up a lot of money for the purse bid as well. At the end of the day, they cannot secure DEVIN Haney a fight. Is DEVIN Haney the DAZN version of Terrence Crawford? Is it possible? I don't know. He hasn't done it as much as Terrence. He's only got this one title. But come on, man. What is the deal for real? So we're going to talk about it. Let me see what they're saying in the chat. And I'm going to make sure I got this phone line open. I can't wait to hear the calls on this one. 404-692-1766. Yeah, man. I missed this one. What do you say? Let me roll through and read a couple of these chats. Let's see what they're saying out here in the streets. Music Mindset said, I'm in Vegas. That kid don't have no heavy buzz. And that's just facts. Devin need to step up his promo of himself. Get a PR person. Okay. Shout out to Music Mindset. My guy Mir is in the building. Mir said, about some conversation with Reggie Owens. What up, bro? Charlo Castano fight looking like it's being called off. Say it ain't so, Mir. Why? Why they calling the fight off? We got to talk about it. Somebody said, you talking about D-Lo. D-Lo. Okay, so that is D-Lo. Okay, my bad. Someone said, what world we live in to think fighting Loma is a duck to Haney? I get you, HLD, but Haney, if you fight DEVIN Haney, you would be the quote-unquote real undisputed. That's what some are saying. I don't think Loma's a duck for nobody, HLD. I'm on record of saying that. The guy is on a warpath. He beat the shit out of Nakatani, respectfully. And look at him. He beating the hell out of Comey, too. He could have stopped Comey if he didn't take his foot off the gas and say, hey, so y'all want me to kill him in here or y'all want to save him? If he dies, he dies. Loma was in there giving them the pause. And he actually wanted that rematch. Somebody said Loma would beat KAMBOSOS. We thought Tio was going to beat KAMBOSOS too. We did think Tio was going to beat KAMBOSOS. I don't know a lot of people who made off really with a lot of money for saying, yo, I'm betting on KAMBOSOS because he's going to beat this kid. I know a couple people did, but it wasn't just because of how good they thought KAMBOSOS was. A lot of people who I do know bet on Kambosos. Those the type of guys who always bet on the underdog, but also they just didn't like how T.O. was moving out here. Didn't like how T.O. was moving. So they picked the other guy. Simple as that. Nick Castellano. What up, Nick? What up, though? Shout out to my guy, Nick Castellano. What up, Nick?
What up?
Nick said it's Eddie Hearn. Simple as that. Nick said it's Eddie Hearn. Rob G. Film. Here we go. Plot twist. Watch Kambosos bear Loma, then fight Devin and beat him too. Oh, watch him beat Loma, then beat Devin too. Oh, shit. Okay. Kambosos was exciting, man. I thought Kambosos was an exciting fighter. I'm not even going to hold you. I thought it was truly impressive. Shout out to Andrew Charles. He said, Eddie can't do shit for American fighters. Why, though, Andrew? Shout out to that pit right there, too. That's a white pit. Nice dog. But why can't he, though? Why can't it? It seems like you might be right, though. Nothing is really happening for Andre, right? Nothing is happening for Devin. Why is it? Are they not putting up the right money? Let me see. Dev has his belief in the zone, and again, no one wants to deal with Eddie. Why? That's what I'm saying. I mean, Canelo went over there and dealt with him, right? T.O. went over there and dealt with him. Kambosos dealt with him for their fight. He put up the money for their fight. That got T.O. and Kambosos their biggest payday. What's wrong with Eddie? Haney is no Crawford. Exactly, though. You know what I'm saying? But that's what the narrative is. We're just talking HLD. We're just warming it up. Just warming it up. Joey Chad said the Haney's at like their money is Eddie's money. Period. What you mean? What you mean, Joey? What you mean? The Haney's act like their money is Eddie money. I don't quite get that one. Let me take this call. 402, what it do? What's your name? Where you calling from, family?
What's up, Marqnash? This is D-Ray, bro.
Okay, yeah, you calling on the new line over here, man. For some reason, the other line wasn't working, so sorry I didn't have you locked in over here. How you feel, my brother?
All right, man, it's all good, bro. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Everybody subscribe, like, and share on all platforms.
Appreciate you, man.
Marqnash, keep breaking these beats, bro.
Oh, man, I don't know no other way, my brother. Talk to me, man. What's the deal? What is going on with this kid, Devin Haney? Can't get no big fight.
Well, I think it's the same thing like you kind of said with Andre and Crawford and now Haney. They on the other side of the street, you know, and they Bob got that old money. And here's the thing, though, right? Kambosos, he first made his first deal with Bob. So now Bob is just like keeping like, hey, man, you remember what I did for you? You know, them silk sheets you sleeping on right now, I paid for that. You know what I'm saying? And Eddie Hearn is coming with the promises of, yeah, we'll do this, and you know, but we might have to do that. And so, Killer Cam telling Haney he got to sell his chains, and you know what I'm saying? When they don't get it done, then Lomo and Bob come in and you know, steal the show, bro. So
they was quiet the whole time too, won't they?
What's that?
I said they were quiet the whole time.
Man, moving in silence, bro. And that's why I'm saying if he can't get either one of those guys, he has to do whatever he got to do to get a Ryan or a Rolly or a Tank or somebody, you know what I mean? Even if, you know, like the people love trying to tell Bud that he needs to take the short money. My advice to Haney is he's going to have to take the short money until Bob, Lomo, or Cam himself can't ignore him anymore, man. They just got to make the fight, you know, and the reward is equal to the risk, I guess is what I want to say, man. But I just want to, you know, get in and make my call real quick. Hopefully Bill Haney call in next and say, Marqnash, we got to fight. You know what I mean? But I appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
Man, thank you, bro. Thanks for calling in. Absolutely. God bless. Shout out to my guy D-Ray. D-Ray all day. Good call. Good call. Good call. Let me see. Let me give him the drop. Damn good call. Now I talked to Shelton Moore earlier today. Shout out to my brother Shelton Moore, OG. Shelton Moore said a couple things interesting. Matter of fact, I don't want to spoil it because I'm gonna see if he'll call in. I believe he's gonna call in. I talked to him earlier. I'm gonna write a couple things down here, a couple points that I want to make because I don't want to lose my spot on some of this, but I definitely got to address a couple things I see in the chat. Definitely got to address a couple things I see in the chat in a major way. Before we do that, though, shout out to my guy who got the killer show, one of the best shows on YouTube. Super active dude. What's that? I need to put that app you use in a private chat, or you can say it on air, either one. But shout out to my guy Reggie over the killer show. Talk to me, my brother. How you feel? What's the deal? Welcome home. Welcome home.
What's up, bro? Man, I'm glad you're covering this topic, man. I'm glad you're covering this topic.
Hey, Reggie, look, we got a couple options on the docket now. These are, they only let me put 4 choices up here. But look, is it politics like the WBO and the WBC just moved the guy back up? Did he earn his way back up? Is it a Bob Arum and just the politics? Is it business? Devin Haney's a high risk, low reward. Is it money? The DAZN is offering a big money, or is it good old fashioned American racism? Boy, you ain't getting no big fight, boy.
That shit far as hell from racism. And what it is the DAZN isn't willing to pay the big money. You got to where it's business, high risk. Wouldn't so much say low reward, is just the risk and the fact that maybe Eddie don't want to pay the reward. Maybe Eddie's worried about, and this is probably the other thing with Eddie and the failure to promote American fighters. Is there worry for Eddie Hearn that when you deal with American fighters, star status, the other appeals, because when a fighter becomes big enough, these fighters can become independent. And maybe Eddie's worried that if he creates a star, that he loses this American star, being he's really a British-based dude. He doesn't have the connection here in America. He doesn't understand the American market, but he puts these fighters in a position to where they become another Floyd Mayweather type situation, and they break away from him. So he's like, well, I'm going to throw my money at somebody who he gets this fight. All he does is just blow up into a bigger star. And that could be one of the reasons we don't see it. When on the UK side, when they get a star, these guys still rely on Eddie Hearn because of cultural differences over between the two countries. But this is a failure on Eddie Hearn's whole side. This is a total Eddie Hearn failure. This has nothing to do with those sanctioned organizations, and showing the hell nothing to do with racism. Not at all. And I think some people over exploit the racism terms in boxing. Yeah, it exists, but you must identify when you use the word racist where the racism at. You just can't use it because of complexion of these guys. Because what's going on with Devin, you see black fighters do it to one another.
Okay, now here's the thing. You said a lot right there. A hell of an opening statement. Let me ask you this. But Devin is his own promoter, correct? So Eddie is already in a partnership with them. He's not signed to Matchroom Boxing. Eddie is like his. It's a partnership, correct? Or am I mistaken?
Man, they say that, but every time you look up, it's running to Eddie to get the figures. So I don't know how their partnership runs, what they label it as a partnership, but the financing comes from Eddie, because otherwise they should have been able to throw up their own money, but it's not working that way.
Now Eddie isn't in charge. I thought he has the partnership with his own as well. With Metro.
See, that's the tricky thing from what Bill and them tell us. But when it comes to seeing Devin and them behave independently, you don't see that. It's always back and forth about Eddie. Oh, they didn't send my promoter, because now you're hearing Devin use terms like, you didn't send my promoter nothing, man. And KAMBOSOS come right back. Check your email. Tell him to go check his email, man. I ain't about to be go back, like language like that. So it's all through Eddie Hearn. It's all through DAZN. So what they tell us is different than what is probably realistic in that agreement between those two.
So when I pull up who owns DAZN, I see I see the CEO is Shay. How you say Segi? I'll put it in the chat. But this was of January 2022, and I'll put this in the chat. what I just quick Google. This is who's in charge of the zone. I don't know how to say his name, but I'll put it on the screen so y'all know what I mean. How do you say that, Red? Shay Segev? Segev?
Segev or something like that.
Segev. Yeah, Segev. Oh, Segev. Yeah, because it's foreign, right? Now, he's their CEO. What role does Eddie have?
Eddie would be the same thing. He deals in the partnership. He strikes the deal with them. He presents the product, which is the fighters, for them on that network, and they try to schedule time slots. That's really how it works.
But Eddie knows how much money the zone has to offer, though, right?
I think just look from a business sense. I'm gonna think that they have to just budget it fight by fight. They have to budget their programs based on what they may see annually, what they think a fighter's worth, what they think a fighter can bring back in for them.
Okay, so what I'm looking here is Eddie Hearn announced that he signed a 5-year deal that meant he would be taking his entire stable of Matchroom fighters to streaming service DAZN, signaling the end of Matchroom's previous partnership with Sky Sports in the UK. This was June of 2021. So he has an exclusive thing over there with DAZN. So maybe I would love for Bill and Devin. I tagged them in it on IG to break that down for me, because I don't want people to be out here falsely blaming Eddie if it ain't really Eddie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm gonna blame Eddie because I think it's all Eddie. I mean, you look at the track record of Eddie, ain't nothing being done for these dudes. But Eddie, when he finds it viable for himself, Eddie has a pocket full of damn money. When it comes to Canelo, pocket full of money. When it comes to bidding for Tyson Fury, Dylan White, pocket full of money. So Eddie has the money. It's just what is he willing to fund? And when it comes to funding an American fighter, putting them in the best position of their life, he ain't willing to do that because of what he fears will happen with this American fighter. Now, it's some people in this game, maybe racially, who fear the creation of another Floyd Mayweather, and that just being a promoter. These promoters want to control and hold these damn fighters by their damn necks.
Okay, because here's another thing, man. At the end of the day, Reg, too, when you think about it in a larger scale, right? Shit. I remember. Let's scale it down some. I remember on this show, bro, I pulled up Devin Haney's tweets, and he was like, "Oh, so you want us to put the money up, and you want to fight over there?" Okay, I'm like, Devin, why do you sound surprised? We all knew George Kambosos wanted to fight in Australia. Why? And he don't give a fuck who putting up the money. We fighting here. We all knew that. Why was Devin sending out those tweets? Like, okay, like, hold up, no, bro, no, you knew that. Any offer you sent with a fight being over here in America, you came wrong. Now I remember Bill Haney and I don't mean this as no disrespect. Mr. Haney, let me say that. He when 2020 they was running around with them Gary Russell turn sheets. You put yourself out here as the type of person now. Oh, I'll show you the paperwork. I'll show you what we offer. Where's that at? Or is it still on the works? Whenever this deal is final, and I mean final when Kambosos signs his part as well, not just Loma, and we got a date, we got the venue, I want Bill to show us. I want us to say, hey, look, man, this is what we offer Kambosos, and this is what was offered. Because one guy saying you never sent nothing, the other guy saying you never sent nothing. If you sent something, show us the email timestamp on it. Where you send it on the email. Did you send it FedEx? Did you send it certified mail and somebody signed for? Like, we want to see that. I'm just keeping it a buck. Shout out to the Fight Doctor. What up, Fight Doctor? He said, what's up to you too, Reggie?
Salute, Fight Doctor. Fella Kuti.
Shut up, man. Yo, shout out to Rodney Evans, Spence, and Ugas in Witness Protection Mob. He said, Eddie Hearn letting down his stable. Can't get the big fight. Devin Haney can't get the big fight. Boo-Boo Andre. I'm not going to call him that. Boo-Boo Andre can't get the big fight. Conor Ben can't get AB because Eddie don't want to pay. Man, I don't want to see Conor Ben fight Adrian Broner. He over there talking about he wanted the big fights. I want to fight all the big names. And the first name to come out your mouth was Adrian Broner. I knew you was bullshit. Respectfully, of course. But I digress. Go ahead, Reg, and I'll go back to the chat.
Man, Eddie, once again, you're looking at the Conor Benn situation, screwing up another fighter's career. Conor Benn was one of these cocky dudes. He's a dude who can probably be the first UK guy to grow in prominence, break away from Eddie, and Eddie could be fearful. But Conor Benn's not doing the justice for himself by mentioning names like Adrian Broner. There's some other old fighter that he's trying to fight. Like, he's picking all the wrong damn names for his damn career. Like, all the wrong names. Man, I forget it's like a bunch of retirees is what Conor Benn's looking to fight, when he should be trying to call out Virgil Ortiz, Boots Ennis, what is his name? Stayonis. He should be trying to fight those type of dudes, but he's calling AB, who you don't know if AB want to be a dope dealer, a dope head, a pimp, or a prostitute. But Conor moving in the wrong direction, and Eddie's cool with it.
Look, so let me ask you this: how do you feel about George Kambosos fighting Loma? I never got your that on the show direct.
Oh, I love the fight. It's a good fight. That's what made it to where these promoters is all on the promoter. What promoter was going to look to put up the best deal? What promoter was serious about getting the fight for his fighter? And Loma is a serious dude. Loma's a threat to any one of these dudes at 135. He's on like you were saying earlier, he's on a war path. He's out here to seek vengeance. He wants to take those belts back. And Loma is a serious contender against any of these dudes at 135, and he can become a champion with just one fight. There's a high possibility he can beat Kambosos. If Kambosos was to pick Devin Haney and Devin Haney fought Loma, it's a possibility Loma can beat him. So this ain't a duck. This ain't no soft shoe fight. This ain't the lesser of two. This ain't none of that. All these fights, all these fighters at this point are at a level playing. Unless he would have picked a Ryan Garcia, then you'd be questioning like, yeah, he ducking. He doing some other cherry picking. But then again, could you say that a Ryan Garcia fight is a duck if he was to make a significant sum of money that's greater than fighting either one of those two? No, this is prize fighting. This is business. Y'all, the fans act like these fans are turned on and off with these belts. At one moment, the belts don't mean nothing. Then the belts mean something, undisputed. Then the next week, throw the belts away. Oh, no, undisputed. We want one. It ain't about none of that shit. These fighters going to secure their money. It's about the matchups. Vasyl is just as good as Devin. So I'd rather see the Devin fight, but the promoters got to do their business. And Eddie Hearn is an American failure.
We got to know what Eddie offered. Let me share my screen so y'all know what I mean when I say these things. And I'm going to get back to the chat. I know I'm missing a lot of them over there.
Yeah, and go to Lou DiBella tweets, because you'll see, and it's odd because you bring that up, that everybody on that other side is responding. Lou DiBella's responding back to Eddie. Kambosos responding to Devin, but you don't hear a damn word out of Eddie Hearn's mouth.
It says George Kambosos Jr.'s promoter Lou DiBella has declared that they have now moved on from the Devin Haney fight. DiBella said he initially made an offer to Eddie Hearn, who made a counter offer that was insulting and ridiculous. What was the offer? Like, okay, first of all, I just want y'all to know the timeline. Now, whatever he offered right there, Eddie Hearn, Devin Haney want that fight that bad, you should have said yes, sir, grinned and bared it. You that thirsty for it? You want it? Your fancy. What did you counter offer with? Are you making him a counter offer? They made an offer. Eddie Hearn should have been like, all right, cool. What was the amount they was looking for? Because I do know they want a rematch clause, and they want the rematch clause. They want to fight in Australia for the rematch.
And Eddie Hearn said, I'll add $1 million to it, is how he should have responded to that shit.
So now we go from there to we seeing Devin after you hear this. We talked about this on the pregame. Let me take that off the screen. I'm gonna bring the phone number back up, guys and ladies, but let me take this off so they can read this in context. And George was like, because you are fighting this. We skipping some things. We're taking a little out of order, but still, just look at how this is going. He's saying, he said, why not accept Lou's offer then? He said, because we are fighting the best. KAMBOSOS, Lopez, Loma. Why not accept Lou's offer then? Then we got to fight. Or you rather counter offer, low ball, than lie and make it out like we don't want to splatter your face across the ring. Come back to me when you serious, mate. Your promoter never sent an offer, dumbass. My promoter was the only one. Whoa. Got a little conflict right there. Lou DiBella saying he sent an offer over. Devin and it was countered. Devin agrees that his promoter did see something. Did Devin not see the original offer? Because he making it seem like he didn't see it. He said, your promoter never sent an offer. Right here, it clearly says Lou DiBella sent an offer. Somebody lying. I ain't seen nobody's or nobody on somebody lying. You know what I'm saying? Something ain't lining up right here, right? Lou DiBella said we sent an offer. Such as KAMBOSOS said we sent an offer. Now everybody know Eddie sent one, except for DEVIN Haney. Why DEVIN Haney don't know his promoter that Lou DiBella sent an offer? What am I missing here? Go ahead.
No communication there. Eddie ain't speaking with these dudes. Eddie only fronting like he's doing this. Oh yeah, I did that for you, Dev. We're just waiting for a response from him. But KAMBOSOS in them making it public, and maybe Eddie's feeding DEVIN Haney some bad info because Devin goes back on Twitter.
Because now
he
we
makes
get
responses.
I'm sorry. Say that last part.
No, because Devin goes on to Twitter and makes responses like they're ducking him, and you see KAMBOSOS with quick fire back at Devin, and it makes Devin look bad, like dang, like something they being communicated with them.
Like this right here. Because here's the thing. Whatever he taking, I'll take the same offer. Eddie Hearn, KAMBOSOS, and Lou DiBella. Wait a minute. What you mean whatever he take, you'll take the same offer? We sent you over offer, y'all counter. If you'll just take whatever we was going to give you, why send the counter back? See, that's what Shelton Moore was talking to me about earlier. He said, man, guys like Lomachenko, he said him and Usyk, they the same type person. Whatever y'all offering, we'll take the fight because we know we're going to beat you. They probably easier to deal with. They probably don't have to. They ain't on Twitter buying new $500,000 watches after every fight, shit like that. They're not trying to do the Mayweather thing, respectfully. That's what I'm just saying. That's what the streets are telling me. That's what I'm hearing in the neighborhood, and I think Shelton Moore might have a point. Because how do you go back in negotiation? Like, I never heard of this in negotiations. On Twitter, whatever he taking, I'll take the same offer. Okay, but go back right here. George KAMBOSOS, Lou DiBella says, hey, we made him an offer, and then we moved on because Eddie Hearn counter offered that was insulting and ridiculous. Go ahead, Reggie.
Yeah, this been dragging out. So it's like, how long does it take to make this deal? Both. When was Devin last fight? In November or something? December? So they should have been this way more than enough time for a deal to have been worked out. Eddie has had too much on his plate. Eddie has had primary focus, and DEVIN Haney just ain't part of the primary focus with Eddie Hearn. He is kind of falling to the wayside of getting things done. There's a lot of things budgeted all at once for Eddie Hearn. Well, there should be more money being that Eddie Hearn doesn't have to put nothing up now for Tyson Fury versus Dillian White. So there's $32 million sitting right there. But guess what? That money is now an auction for Canelo Alvarez, who Eddie and them may possibly, at a high probability, may end up getting the Canelo side of things, being with what happened with Jamal. So there's budget money that Eddie just probably ain't willing to put up. And Eddie is probably just willing to let that go on, give Devin a lesser opponent, give Devin his guaranteed money, and let him fight a lesser fight. Because it makes no sense that Eddie can't put the money up that satisfied George KAMBOSOS. George KAMBOSOS ain't probably seeking more than $5 million. He can put
slow down. Look, now we're doing a lot of speculation now. We're really going off the speculation.
It's okay. Speculation is good sometimes, man.
Okay. Look, they got to put a case on. We got to put a case on it just to let people know this is purely speculation. It's an opinion-based show. Put a case on it. So, Reg, but here's the thing. Maybe, and I'm gonna go down this speculation drive with you. Let's go down speculation street. Here we go. You ready? Is it possible? Just how we saw they offered all that money, KAMBOSOS came to Eddie and was like, shit, y'all got all that money for Canelo. I mean, yeah, they came to Eddie like, yeah, you got all that money for Canelo. Shit, we want $10 million. They want what T.O. got when he fought T.O. type shit. Or more. Cause what did T.O. get versus KAMBOSOS?
I don't think they ever stated that. We knew what T.O. got for LOMACHENKO.
I just forgot. I'll pull it up. See, go ahead, continue though. Is that possible when they just see you got this much money to put up for Canelo? You got this much room. They thinking you got $30 million left over, just like you just said, Reggie.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is a big fight. That's the other thing Eddie doesn't realize. This is a big fight. Eddie could have recouped his money. He could have did good over in Australia. Them Australians would have tracked over to go watch that fight. Then you put together a good enough undercard. That's the way that Eddie doesn't think. Eddie's too used to doing clubhouse thing. He could have built up a nice card full of some Australians versus up and coming American talent or up and coming British talent. And there's a connection between Australia and Britain. He could have made his money up off of this one.
All right. Let me see. I found this right here. I'll put this in the chat. As soon as you just type in a quick Google, how much did they make? This is the first thing to pop up. And it says, in the initial bidding process, DAZN, Matchroom bid 3.56 million. If that's confirmed price for the fight, Lopez will receive 2.27, and KAMBOSOS will receive 1.2 million. So this is about pretty much up. Because the original bid was how much? It was supposed to be 6 million. But
I forgot. This was a thriller negotiated fight.
Yeah, and that fell apart. So Eddie had the second highest bid, so he got it. But originally it was like 6 million. It was like 4 for T.O., right? And 2 for KAMBOSOS. That fell apart, and it ended up Eddie had the second highest bid.
But then they go back to who ended up broadcasting that fight? Did it go back to ESPN?
It went back to DAZN. DAZN got it. They had
see, I'm missing on that.
Yeah,
so they know
something. That happened. They lost. Triller lost the purse bid.
So it should be nothing for Eddie to put the money up for this shit, and for this kid. We don't know what they off. We don't know what he was looking for. Was he looking for some 10 million? Was he looking for 6 million? I mean, he deserves a significant increase. I mean, increase if they paid him a $1 whatever million or whatever $1 million that he's made, and now he's a champion, and now he's looking to go into fighting another champion. There's big money on the table for this fight, so Eddie has to increase. He can't just do incremental type money thrown at this dude, especially with what they state these belts bring as far as value. I mean, he got to pay.
Our own promotion company, start Owens and Nash Promotions.
Man, I think I'll be great with promoting fights if I had the money.
Yeah, that's better, Owens and Nash, because if it was Nash and Owens, they'd be calling us no promotions. And no promotions.
I'll give you the $2. You give him the $2. All right, pay him the $2. Oh, pay the $2.
Hey, man, special guest in here, my guy Mike on Sports. Mike Gross, the boss. This is Mike on Sports. He smoked competition, same time smoke a port. When it comes to debating, he one of the greatest. Put him on the A-list over Kellerman and Bayless. It's my guy. What up, Mike?
Yo, what's good, Marqnash, man? How you living, brother, man?
Man, I'm living better than I deserve, man. God is good, man. God is truly amazing.
Already. Reggie,
your mic sound low. You want me to try to turn you up, or you good right there?
Let me move my mic.
Salute to you, Mike. Salute, bro.
What's going on, Mr. Reggie Owens, man? I ain't had a pleasure to be on the panel with you, but I believe we spoke on like 1 or 2 occasions when you was on Barbershop Conversations.
Yeah, yes, I did. And I think probably once with Blue Blood.
Yeah, that too, man. I seen your video the other day too, man. I came across, I said, damn, this nigga going in right now.
Reggie be talking that shit.
Oh, yeah.
He was talking about the cornbread and the goddamn black eyed peas. Nigga, that shit made me mad too. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? How you gonna say
some of us don't know what you're talking about, Mike. What you talking about? What do you mean?
Oh, so this dude, man, he been around boxing, I guess, 20-some years, man. Me and Ness interviewed him about 2.5 years ago, and we, from that point on, like, doing the interview, Ness was just like, bro, I'm done, man. This guy is a hater. He on some bullshit. He got
What's his name?
I'm gonna get to him. He got a vendetta against HAYMON. His name is Rick Glazer.
Okay.
Rick Glazer, you know what I'm saying? The guy who always knows about PBC pay-per-view numbers when he has a partnership with Top Rank. But that's anyway. So he was on, and I believe Fred asked him, what did he contribute to the black community, or what did he What did he say, Reggie? What was the question?
Yeah, that he gives out the what was it, like $500 in gift cards to poor black families.
Yeah.
In their neighborhood.
And then he said he eat black eyed peas and cornbread twice a week or some shit like that. I was just like, man, how, like, okay. I just turned that shit off.
And the Negro who had him on the show just showed his teeth.
Oh, he ain't saying nothing. Okay.
Yeah, man, I don't really like dude, and I didn't like him before the interview, and so shit. I mean, ain't nothing too much change. But hey, man, before y'all we talk about the Haney and LOMA and KAMBOSOS.
Yeah, why DEVIN Haney can't get the big fights, Mike?
I know, but did y'all see Deontay Wilder's new song?
Oh yeah, we Reggie covered it last night, like early this morning.
Hey man, hey Marqnash, you the music, you the hip hop guy. What you think about it, big dog? Okay,
I reserve judgment. I want you guys to say what y'all think.
I see you reserving hella judgment right now.
Hey man, get ready for Deontay Wilder to be on the next Versus.
But here's the thing, though,
bro.
I already knew this. Y'all know.
Genuine was in the comments and said, "Man, we gotta work."
Hey, look, I can't with you, man. See, look, here's the thing.
I'm not even doing that, man. This Genuine said it. I ain't say it. Nigga got the blue check and everything. Genuine, nigga, my opponent.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Man, Genuine one of the hardest R&B artists alive right now, man.
I mean, if you're going
say that again. What'd you say?
Man, if they did a Versus, Genuine probably one of the top artists living outside of R. Kelly. I don't think nobody got a catalog that can pay. Man, who got a catalog right now that can mess with Genuine outside of R. Kelly?
Probably Beyonce.
Y'all niggas playing with me, man. Y'all better stop playing with me right now. Y'all better stop playing.
I ain't gonna lie, nigga. Mary J got smoked for a lot of motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah, man.
He got smoked for a lot of people, bro. Don't ever get it, you know what I'm saying, confused by Mary J, nigga. She got shit that go back to the goddamn early 90s.
Hey, look, man. Y'all missed the Versus episode the other day. I wish y'all would have pulled up for that one.
You right.
No, I was trying to, man. My damn computer was on some bullshit.
Taylor Bell, you right, man.
Pull up on that iPhone. Right. So what, bro?
Taylor Bell is right. Usher, bro. Ooh,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's about the closest to Genuine. Usher and Genuine be a dope Versus battle.
Y'all better stop playing, man. Y'all better stop playing with Usher out here, man.
Yeah, man. I don't know
Genuine boots. But look, y'all missed the Versus podcast, man. Let's keep it boxing. These people don't come
You're right.
Respectfully. Hey, look, Mike, why can't DEVIN Haney get the big fights? What's going on in boxing? Is it business? We got a survey in the chat, by the way. And I'm asking the audience, why can't Haney get the big fights? Why did KAMBOSOS pick LOMA? Is it politics? Because, hey, the WBO made LOMA #1. Is it like the WBC politics because of possibly he disrespected the WBC? About the franchise thing, saying, it's French fries and all of that. This their company, bro. Is it Bob Arum he's just more connected? Second choice, business. Is he just too good? He's a high risk, low reward. Reggie Owens said, hey, DAZN might think he gonna leave us like Mayweather did, and like these other guys, these other American stars. Money. Is DAZN just not offering the big money, putting up the big money for DEVIN Haney, or is it good old-fashioned American racism, keeping a black man down? Go ahead. What you got, Mike, on sports?
Let me ask you a question, man. When Patrick Mahomes was balling, he was winning MVPs, he was winning Super Bowls. before his contract was up, what did the Kansas City Chiefs do before it was any talks about a contract, anything? What they do?
I don't know, Mike. I won't follow him, but enlighten me.
They re-signed him and they extended his contract. And the reason I bring that up, maybe the zone is looking at Devin Haney and looking at the ROI, return on investment, because you got to think he made good money against Linares, reported $3 million. I think he made around the same for JoJo Diaz. And maybe the zone is looking like the return on investment isn't that high because, in my opinion, if it was, they wouldn't let Devin Haney become a free agent. They'll be like, hey, man, your last fight, the numbers are looking great. We wanna extend you. We want to give you more money. That didn't happen. Right now, Devin Haney is a private contractor. He's able to work with any promoter he wants to. He's just choosing to use Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn has that kind of partnership that he has with Dylan White. You know what I'm saying? We can use each other if we want to, but if we don't, then we don't. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no bad blood. So I'm looking at Devin Haney, and it's not the skills, because he's one of the most skilled boxers in the game at 135, especially. Like he is a problem. And to me, I don't think it's racism. I don't believe that George Kambosos is looking at Devin Haney and says, man, I don't want to fight that black dude. No. George Kambosos knows that he's going into a fight with Devin Haney or Vasyl Lomachenko. Y'all already know. Y'all watch a lot of boxing. Y'all know how the bookies do. Kambosos will probably be an underdog going into both fights. So what can he do? What should Lou DiBella do? Try to get the most money for his fighter. And by doing that, you string along Eddie Hearn. You string along Bob Arum. And then you see today with the tweet from Chris Mannix, Loma instructions to Top Rank was get me the fight no matter what financial repercussions that are coming against me. If I got to concede some money, goddamn it, I'll concede it. And I'll fight Kambosos. I don't know if Team Haney, when it all started, if that was his standpoint. But we did see today when that news broke, Devin Haney said, okay, I'll do whatever Loma's doing. Maybe it's a little bit too late.
Too late. That ain't how we negotiate, baby.
Yeah, you can't come out on Twitter and say, hey, I'll do what I'll put
it on the screen, Mike. He said, I got the clip right here. He said, here's the screenshot. I'll take whatever he's taking. I'll take the same offer. Eddie Hearn, Kambosos, Lou DiBella, please.
And honestly, when you do that, when you tweet out like that, to me, and this is me, it makes you look thirsty.
Oh, super thirsty.
It makes you look like you goddamn me ready to hop on any goddamn thing running around this motherfucker. Cause first and foremost, you a champion. You are a WBC champion. I know they call it Kambosos undisputed, and maybe you should drop that belt because they ain't giving you the right respect. But you should carry yourself like a champion. You don't see Canelo coming out here. I'll do the same offer. You don't see goddamn me Terrence Crawford coming out here. Oh, I'll do the same offer. No, these dudes got to be negotiating. Terrence won't 50% when he fight Earl Spence, and Canelo just doing whatever the fuck Canelo want to do. Champions don't come out and really, to me, lowball themselves, because you don't know what Loma's getting.
Check.
You don't know what Loma's getting. You just saying it, and Loma could be getting $35. Then what?
Right.
So like with that being said, man, at the end of the day,
I send a counter offer then. Loma probably didn't send no counter offer. They sent an offer. Loma's like, no problem. Rematch over there, no problem.
And Loma agreed to a rematch over there. I don't know if Devin Haney was willing to do that. So Lou done locked in Kambosos if he chooses to go with Lomachenko. Two of the biggest paydays in Kambosos' life. They gonna fill up that Marvel Stadium down in Melbourne, Australia. I seen Izzy and Whitaker fight there for the UFC, and that shit was lit. Down under, they like their combat sports. Boxing is big down there, and KAMBOSOS has seemed to become a popular figure down there. Now we'll see when the fight happens, or if it happens. You know what I'm saying? If he can fill up arena, and you got to think too, they just had a tennis tournament down in Australia. They ain't have no fans. Matter of fact, it was one dude who couldn't even get in because he wasn't willing to adhere to some of the guidelines, and he's one of the top tennis players. Why his name slipping my fucking brain right now? Was it Murray? I don't fucking know. But anyway, he refused to like go down there, and they say, you know what, you ain't nigga, you have to turn him. So I want to see if they have fans on June 4th or June 5th. If they do, and we all know how it is when you've been quarantined for 5, 6, 7 months, you ready to get out and just do something. So with that being said, they might have a Djokovic. Jalen, you damn right, Jalen. Novak. What the fuck his name is, but yeah, Novak. So with that being said, man, I really would like to see the crowd in Australia when it happens, to see if all the posturing George KAMBOSOS has been doing. Oh, I'm the emperor, I'm top dog, I call the shots. Let me see if all that posturing and all that big boy shit translate to people being interested in seeing you fight, or maybe they're just more interested in seeing Lomachenko. But to answer your question, the business. Sorry, I'm long-winded.
No, you good. You good. That's why you're here. That's why you're here. Go ahead, Reg. You want to reply to that?
No, I agree. But the one thing y'all was bringing up about the deal that Devin and them got. So this is Devin's last fight. I just want to make that clear or not, because that can play a factor into what Eddie Hearn was willing to do.
Now, Devin already had a last fight. Devin already had a fight.
On the agreement between them.
Yeah, they ain't got no deal with Devin. Is a free agent. It was a report that came out. Devin is no longer with the DAZN. He is free to work with any other network he's choosing to work with.
And that can play a factor into why a DAZN may not be willing to shell out X amount of dollars, and possibly why Eddie Hearn ain't willing to shell out X amount of dollars. Because what happens to Devin Haney if he goes in here and he defeats KAMBOSOS, and especially defeating KAMBOSOS outside the country, that sends Devin Haney through the stratosphere. That puts Devin up there where Tank. And the best move for them was to break free of any attachments to a promoter. They can start to do their independence as a company. And Eddie Hearn in them, they have to be weighing that. Do we want to be responsible and lose out? We put this investment into these dudes, and we lose out as they become stars and they break away from them. Because Devin and many of these fighters are on the path of becoming semi-Floyd Mayweather. And a lot of these promoters are worried about that. What kind of investment?
Hold on, let him finish real quick, Mike.
No, not gonna say that. Just independent level of Floyd Mayweather's, to where they begin to increase their values on what they bring in and what they're worth. A lot of them are right there.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah. Oh damn! I got motherfucking big on the screen, boy. What did you zoom, man?
Playing around with the graphics. Pause. Go ahead. Trying to get the graphics right.
Oh man, yeah, I don't think none of these dudes, you know what I'm saying, even close to Floyd Mayweather, you know what I'm saying. Maybe they try to emulate him being independent and having their own promotional company within boxing, but outside of boxing, they don't do any of the stuff that Floyd was doing as far as the VH1 reality series with Chile, WWE. I mean, it's so much shit that Floyd done. I forgot about. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I don't see any of these guys increasing that value like a Floyd Mayweather did. You know what I'm saying? If Devin Haney was really selling subscriptions and making people tune in for his fights on the DAZN wouldn't have no problem offering him or offering KAMBOSOS whatever he need to make that fight. That's why they offer Canelo $85 million. because they are satisfied with what Canelo brings in as far as viewership. You know what I'm saying? And not only from an American standpoint, you got to think about an international standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Is the zone gonna risk? You know what I'm saying? Paying Devin Haney X amount of dollars and not having the return on investment? I don't think so. And I believe that's why dude is a free agent, man. Simple and plain to me, you know what I'm saying? If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And the only reason why the zone wouldn't offer or get that fight made is it's just not financially feasible right now.
No, they know it's financially feasible. They they worried about what happens post to this guy winning, because like I said, the independence of these dudes, the independence of fighters is what makes them and what drives to what they become. The same thing, you look at the Floyd Mayweather story. Floyd Mayweather ain't been always Floyd. Floyd Mayweather was in the same predicament you see a lot of these current age fighters in. Floyd had to reinvent that. Things came following what Floyd was able to do. He got that Oscar De La Hoya fight. Imagine Floyd in this current situation and what they're looking at. Oh man, give him the Oscar fight. No, we ain't gonna let him break out of this contract. We don't want this guy becoming something bigger than what we can control. And that's what they look at with this. Devin beats this dude, goes over there. Eddie and them worried about what do they lose out on. And then now they begin to
Reggie.
Huh?
Why not pay for the fight and lock him in if that's what your biggest fear is?
But that's what I'm saying. But that's the other thing that you feel that right in, Mark. What is the negotiations that they're trying to see if they can get? All right, before we make this commitment, Bill and Devin, would you sign to us for another 3-4 fight contract deal? Other than that, we ain't looking to put no more than this. This guy wants too much. It'd be the language coming from Eddie Hearn and them.
I haven't heard Eddie say that though.
Yeah, Eddie been super quiet, uncharacteristic of Eddie.
I got a little pushback though, man. So why were there reports that Kambosos was in talks with Ryan Garcia? Ryan Garcia fights for Golden Boy, which is under the zone. And let me ask you a rhetorical question: who makes more money, Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia?
I think Devin. I think Devin, right?
You think Devin, man? Ryan Garcia was just complaining about money from Golden Boy. We heard him all. Oh, they ain't paying me what I'm worth. I deserve more. I need to renegotiate all this shit. I ain't never heard Devin say nothing about no money. Never.
But do you think?
Go ahead.
But do you think those claims made that the zone pushing for Ryan Garcia for Kambosos is true? And if they are true, it has everything to do with the fact that this guy is signed to them.
Yes, and he's cheaper.
Absolutely.
And he's cheaper, so we might be able to finagle. And let's be honest, he's more popular than Devin Haney. I mean, I'm just keeping it a buck. He's more popular, so he might draw in more subscribers when he fights Kambosos than what Devin Haney would. It's all about the money, man. Like whether it's Lou DiBella, whether it's the zone, whether it's Top Rank, it's all about the money, man. Lou out here trying to get the most money for Kambosos. Devin Haney and Lomachenko got to capitulate what they gonna get in order to make Kambosos' side happy in order to make the fight.
Interesting. Hey, look, the phone lines are open, ladies and gentlemen. 404-692-1766. I got my guy, Mike on Sports. You already know what he do. And also, we got Reggie O with the Killer Show all the way out of Vegas, by the way of South Central Los Angeles. Man, we chopping it up about this. George Kambosos seems to have made a decision. I'm surprised. I know some boxing fans, when I did the drop earlier, I know I wasn't first with the news because, you know, I had to cross-reference that thing a couple times. But yet and still, many people were like, really? He going to fight Loma? Good fight. I heard a lot of people say good fight. But then I heard some people say, man, they hating, man. They hating. They ducking Devin Haney. They using Devin Haney for clout. What do you guys think about that? Because for this to be going back and forth with George Kambosos and Devin since he won that title, one would assume George Kambosos, you know, would want to see this through, right? He did shake hands with the man. say, yeah, we're gonna make this happen. But he said, come proper, come correct. I think George Kambosos is everything he said is. I don't get scared vibes from George Kambosos. He constantly beats these guys that y'all put him in there with, that y'all say he don't supposed to beat him. He can't beat him. Can't beat Lee Shelby, can't beat Mickey Bay, can't beat T.O. He just keeps doing it. You got to teach him how to lose. I'll pass on. What do you think about that? You think these guys Devin is allowing himself to be used for clout?
I mean, I think in boxing, everybody does the clout using, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's Devin, whether it's Kambosos, like sometimes you gotta attach your name with somebody else's name just to keep people talking about you, just to keep your name in the head.
Bear with me, Mike. Let me grab this one. 830, you got the flow. What's your name? Where you calling from, family?
What's up, Mark? It's Brand from Texas.
Okay, man. What's up, man? This the Boston Scholar. What up, my G?
What's up, man? Yeah, I don't think he's ducking. If he's ducking, it'd be like ducking a shotgun into a semi-automatic rifle. Like, what? Like this ain't no duck. This is a hard fight. And like you said, anybody who had to duck in, and why would he even take the fight with Lopez? That was a tough fight that he wasn't even expected to win. I think it's about marketing. Like I think somebody mentioned on the panel earlier, DEVIN Haney is, I don't know, man. Like to the boxing peers, we love him, but I mean, as far as the average people, I mean, he gonna have to do the Floyd Mayweather thing, man. Fight on Cinco de Mayo and talk a whole lot of crap, man. Because as far as marketing, DEVIN Haney ain't it, man. I think this is a money fight, the business aspect of it. I don't think he's scared of DEVIN Haney. I'm scared of what? DEVIN Haney's not even like a hard puncher. He struggled with Gamboa.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Yeah. I just don't. I'm done. I just don't see how this would be a duck. It wouldn't make any sense. Now, if he was fighting somebody like that we didn't know of, and it was like a no-name person, we could say, yeah, man, this is definitely a duck. But he's fighting Loma. That's crazy. Loma's. Did y'all see Loma's last fight?
Oh yeah. We got the screenshot of right now. He was about to kill Comey in there.
Man, Loma out here stopping shit.
Yeah, so I don't know why people would consider this a duck. Like you said, when I heard about it, I was like, oh, great fight. But yeah, that's all I have to say, man. I was just calling in, man. I'm gonna probably give you another caller here later. I'm gonna listen to you guys chat it up. Right, by the way, good show tonight, man. Good panel.
Appreciate it, man. Hey, look, make sure you plug your channel before I let you go, man. Plug your channel, your Instagram, anything you want to plug and promote.
Oh, you can find me on YouTube at The Boxing Scholar, DA Boxing Scholar, on YouTube. All right, man. I'm gonna tune back in.
All right, God bless, man. Good call. Good call. Shout out to the Boxing Scholar. Boxing Scholar pulling up. All right, God bless. All right, let's get back to it. Yeah, go ahead. Where were we at? I lost the spot.
Man, I forgot what we was talking about, but you said clout.
Yeah, you had the voice. Yeah, you had the mic. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of like all boxers use each other for clout. Like everybody gonna say something about everybody, you know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is. Like I don't think that Kambosos intentionally, you know what I'm saying, did it. I just think in the heat of the moment, when Devin had fought, they met up on the zone. They had their own little, you know what I'm saying, interaction, and I think, you know what I'm saying, I feel how y'all feel. I ain't see no back down from either guy. So I don't think they did it for the clout. I just think that business supersedes boxing. Boxing is a sport. I mean, boxing is a business disguised as a sport. Shout out to me, Max Kellerman for that one. You know what I'm saying? Because everything financially has to be right. And it's not like the NBA where LeBron James is under contract and you know he's going to play majority of the games. These guys have to negotiate fight by fight by fight by fight by fight. So things change, people elevate, people fall, and you just got to get the business right. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Reg.
who Tank used for clout.
Yeah, the thing with clout, man. I think, and this is the other thing with terms that are used within this sport. A lot of people misuse these terms. Calling someone out just ain't clout chasing. Maybe you call someone out and other things get in the way of it. Maybe some of these dudes really want to fight, and then when they don't happen, most people, oh, he just clout chasing. Like, no, it ain't the way it works, man. Because sometimes maybe there's no return on this investment. They ain't forecasting it. You get promoters who may feel this ain't the right time. The marination thing becomes a thing, but a lot of people just like to interject that clout, thinking that a fighter who calls someone out because they don't fight them, using that clout chasing to kind of bring them down and to elevate the fighter that they like. Like, a lot of times these dudes ain't doing that, and you have to call out names. That's the thing you have to do. Now, what these other fighters can start doing is showing up the fights. A lot of these fighters ain't showing up to people's fights. They ain't jumping in the ring. This dude, because I was thinking about this earlier, and I'm gonna do a show about this, about how people like to interject race and do all this crybaby shit. It's the fact that when Jack Johnson wanted to make a damn fight and he was chasing at the white boys when they didn't want to damn let black fighters fight him, he was hopping on steamships across the damn country if he had to go overseas. There wasn't no airplanes. There wasn't no train to take. There wasn't no powered, conventional powered ships that we see today. He had to ride on steamships across the goddamn continent to go fight people, to hop on trains to go fight people during the time period he did. And he didn't give a damn what nobody cared, when people really didn't like black people. He didn't give two shits about that. And he showed them how much he didn't give a shit. Give me this white woman. I'm gonna walk with her up in there. I'm gonna put a fur on.
I can't believe Jack Johnson got on the ship in 1920 voluntarily. God damn.
Right. Rode the ship across the country. I'm fighting you, motherfucker. This is what it is. I'm gonna clout your name until you force to fight me. I'm gonna talk shit. I'm gonna beat up all these other cats. You don't want to fight me, I'm gonna keep fighting. I'm gonna beat this dude up, do what I'm supposed to do to him, and force the pressure to where you gotta fight me. That's what you don't see today. These dudes today just think they arrive in the ring and think, man, they like, you remember when Martin came back from Najee where he go on that crazy shit, then he go get a job, think he supposed to get a promotion.
Oh man,
that's how these boxers act.
When he went to that motherfucking that coat, and he had gray hair out his boy. That's the funniest shit.
Yeah, that's these fighters, man. God.
Welcome to Hoochie Burger, home of the Hoochie Burger. Can I take your order? That shit.
Yeah, I agree with my guy Reggie Owens though, man, because these fighters get in the ring and they just too cool for mother school. Like, damn, like these dudes, oh, we got the jewelry, we flashy. All these dudes act the same. Devin Haney, Adrian Broner, Javante Davis, Errol Spence, all them niggas act the same. Like everybody just cool.
Like they got a kit, right?
Say what now?
They got the green print. They got the green print. They following the kit, the blueprint, or the green print.
Yeah,
and that's what helped Floyd get successful.
Sometimes, bro,
on jewelry.
Sometimes that can work for one person. It don't mean it's gonna work for everybody. You take that, but you gotta conform it to what you are, what you like doing. We live in a world now, man. You can put anything you like doing online, and you're gonna find people who are like-minded. These fighters don't do that. They ain't trying to help, man. Bro, I swear, if Floyd lived in this day and age, he was coming up now, man, he might be a bigger star. He might be a bigger star because even back then, he understood being in different demographics. Go ahead.
773, you on the MIC. What's your name? Where you calling from, neighbor?
What's happening, Marqnash? This is Mark Stern.
Hey, talk to me, Mr. Mark. How you feel, sir?
I'm doing great. I'm going to be brief, but, Reggie Owens is absolutely correct. I said, here's the problem. Today, in my day, I'm 64 years old. In my day, boxers were 10 toes down. The fans were 10 toes down. The fans demanded. The reason why they got real fights during my era was because the fans weren't a bunch of pussies. They stood on their square. They said, I'm not spending my money for that. Give me the fight I want. But nowadays, everybody's so you know, excited about a fighter, but they don't have no, I mean, you got a bunch of fans walking around here with pantyhose on. They don't love the sport. They love the fighter. And they love the fighter until the fighter disappoints them. There's no loyalty here. There's no 10 toes down about none of this. And as far as everybody being the same, they might dress the same for the most part. But Earl Spence is not like the rest of these guys. And I'm not a fan of any particular fighter. I'm a fan of behavior. Earl Spence is a dog. He acts like a dog throughout all of it. Bud Crawford is the one you need to be questioning.
You know, hey, what happened when Earl knocked out Sean Porter? I mean, when Bud knocked out Sean Porter, what Earl do? What Earl do? Can't even do a post-fight interview. I'm gone. I'm out. I ain't
do with anything.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Damn fight.
Well, you can build a fight up. Get them people an interview. Give the people an interview. These people are walking and talking to you.
Calm down.
Slow down. Hold on. Mike on Sport. Mike on Sport.
Come on, man. Y'all know me. I get animated. I get animated. I'm sorry.
Let me make my point.
Mike on Sport. Let
Order.
No, not you too, man. Not you too. No. I just got them down.
Let me do my look. Here's the bottom line.
Let him have his call, bro. Let him have his call.
You're talking about what did Earl do when, first of all, Terrence Crawford didn't knock nobody out. That setup bullshit. I mean, you can see that a mile away. I guess you guys been watching this bullshit, this fuck shit for so long that you don't see that there was no way that fight should have been stopped. It was a setup. His daddy knew that he was going to retire. He took a bag, probably got paid on the side. It was some stupid shit. That fight never should have been stopped. But regardless of whether you believe that or not, Bud Crawford already said to Earl, I don't need you. I don't this and that. Listen, I'm a behavior expert. That's what I do for a living. And behavior is always the truth. Bud is a punk-ass, dumb-ass motherfucker who knows nothing about business and is a hell of a fighter. All I want to do is see him get in the room and prove it. Earl Spence has done everything he said he was going to do. He's done everything. You guys are always looking for some little stupid shit to embrace because it fits your narrative. You know, I'm like, I'm done. That's all I got to say. And I'm not mad at anybody. So don't take my passion for anger. I respect
it's all love.
No. Don't come up. Let him get his bars off. Don't say nothing.
But this,
I got you.
But this is some weak ass bullshit. And my generation didn't come up like that. I'm a 10 toes down man. And I can go anywhere in the world I want to go to any fight I want to go to. So I'm not here about that. I'm just saying, come on now. Proof is in the pudding. There's some weak ass shit, and this is why fans never get the fights they want, because they don't demand them. They go watch this bullshit, pay for this bullshit, and people try to blame it on the promoters. It's not the promoters, it's the fucking fans. Promoters are gonna do business. And whatever you let them get away with, they're gonna do that. That's just common sense. But fans don't demand nothing. That's why they don't get shit. And they don't demand it in so many other areas of their life too, not just boxing, anywhere. That's why now women are head of the household because weak ass men are like, well, I just want her to take care of me. I'm done. Hey, I appreciate all of you guys. I'm not mad at anybody. Please don't take it that way.
No.
I'm a passionate brother, but I'm gonna drop the mic and go back into the
chat. Before you go, tell them your name again.
Dr. Marq Stern.
Hey, shout out to the Don. Shout out to Dr. Marq. Hey, Dr. Marq, thank you so much for your candor. Thank you for your passion. Now, once I get you off the phone, now you might want to call back in because you're about to get some smoke, respectfully. But you know we love you, though. You know we love you, Dr. Marq.
I take all smoke. Right. Just be careful because I can get you. You ain't heard nothing yet. I do this for a living.
Call back, right? Dr. Marq. Call back if we get on you too hard. God bless.
Back.
My brother.
Get the smoke.
Before y'all flame him, man, let me give him a drop, yo. Shit. Dr. Marq. Hey, look, Dr. Marq, now, I got a different type of show here. I'll let you get your bars off, but some places you were banned from the server. You were banned from the server. Yeah, man, they would get you the fuck up out of here. And look, shit, who knows? I might not ever get another Bernie DeBoss interview or the Bud Crawford because they were like, man, you should have cut him off. But nah, man, I'm gonna let him talk. That's why I pride myself on letting him get his bars off. I disagree with everything he said about Terrence Crawford, bro. Every bar, every word, and totally out of pocket. But Mike on Sports, go ahead. Get your bars off first. Also, we got Cassidy here, got the boxing scholar as well as right side. So go ahead, Mike on Sports. You got the floor.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to say, bro.
Man, flame his ass. If not, don't.
No. When he called Terrence Crawford a punk ass bitch, he lets me know where he stands. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's an emotional attached fan to Errol Spence. All thing that I said was the man left to fight. Oh, boy, the punk ass bitch. I know where you stand now, brother. I know how emotionally attached you are to Errol Spence, you know what I'm saying? So there's no need for me to go back and forth with you because you're going to have the same opinion no matter what I say. So, Dr. Marq, have a nice day.
For sure. Go ahead, Cassidy, UK. Go ahead, UK Cass. What's up, Black man? What's up, brethren?
What's up, man? What's up, Mark, man? You good, man? What's up, the panel, man? Good evening over there, man. I hope everyone's
Let's go.
right.
Cassidy, Wagwan, man. Go ahead, Cassidy.
Yeah, man. Obviously everyone's got a lot to say on this topic here. Obviously, I don't want to take the floor for too long. I wanted him to. He definitely needs to call back in because we have a lot to debate about. Where did he get this?
We ain't got a debate. He got his opinion.
Obviously, okay, of course.
You say what you say.
Yes. This is why we love the sport of boxing, because everyone's got their own opinion towards their view on the fights. You get me, and the fighters and things like that. But when you hear come on, Marq Nash, man, and the whole panel, when you hear deluded things like that, it's like someone saying to you, "What's 2 + 2? It's 4." No, it's 5. No, it's not. It's 4. It's just not arguing with logic. We know what Terrence Bud Crawford brings to the table. The topic's not even about Terrence Bud Crawford. It's about KAMBOSOS picking and choosing, playing musical chairs, leaving DEVIN Haney out to dry. But there's only one guy to blame for that, and that's Haney and his whole team himself. But back to the caller. I want his receipts on where he got this theory, this training of thought of how that fight was a scam, a scandal. We saw punches get inflicted onto Sean Porter's face. I don't think that he's taking any side money to get floored and his dad's going to throw in the towel for one. But that's what I have to say for now, man. Yeah, I'll let the panel talk.
Yeah, before I pass, I do want to address that part. That was one of the craziest shits ever that I was hearing. Like, his daddy took him to the mountaintop, not once, but twice. That's his son. Like, when I hear people say his daddy set him up and his dad cheated, and I just think that's some of the most egregious shit that you can say, especially without any facts and evidence. You got to show me the betting receipt. You got to show me like, that's a crime, right? He should be brought up on charges. But to say that man father set him up, I think that's egregious, man. Like, Kenny Porter is a hell of a father. Look, I feel if we had more Kenny Porters as your dad out here, a lot of us will be better off. Maybe we'll have more world champions out there. Sean Porter is a great ambassador for the sport. Carries himself well in the ring, outside the ring. He takes his losses like a man. He had Terrence Crawford on the podcast the next day. I ain't never heard him say nobody did nothing fucked up to him, yo. Like, look, man.
100%, Mark Nash, man. Sorry to cut you.
Yeah, Sean Porter's a class act, man. Class act. Yo, he great representative for the sport of boxing. To say he went in there and threw the fight, Dr. Marq, I would never do this in person, and I'm only going to do it right now for entertainment purposes. But Dr. Marq, I need you to hold this for every Bud Crawford fan and every boxing fan. Everybody who loved their daddy and their daddy loved them. Hold this, Dr. Marq. One more time. I don't think you heard me. Somebody got their mic unmuted, I guess, because I'm getting feedback. Please, when somebody's talking, keep your mic muted. Dr. Marq, you wrong, bro. You wrong as hell for that. You got it. You can't just say shit like that egregiously out there. That's some Tasha K shit that you saying right there, bro. His dad threw the fight. His daddy threw the fight. Dr. Marq, one more time, man. Man, in the words of Nino Brown,
sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
You wrong as hell, Dr. Marq. I let you get your bars off because that's my job. But this is me as a fan and as a host as well. I'm entitled to my opinion. And when you say stuff like that, Dr. Marq, you got to have some kind of evidence. Don't be out here saying that man father threw the fight. His daddy who did everything, he threw the fight. No, his daddy want to have a future with his son. He knows life is He know his son was about to lose. Matter of fact, you already down on the cards going into it. That's the official scorecard. He was losing on every scorecard. He got dropped twice. Now it's a 10-7 round. Now Kenny don't know the official, but let's keep it a buck. Sean Porter, it wasn't enough rounds there for him to beat Bud Crawford, and nobody knew he was. So let's say he did survive. Then he get beat up again, or let's say he won the next 2 rounds. He still lost the fight. No, man, his son ain't got to take that. Man, get out of here, man. I get it. Kenny Porter said, not my son. My son ain't going to be Yo Patrick Day for entertainment. God bless the dead. My son ain't about to die in the ring. My son ain't going to be Gerald McClinton. Like, I'm going to talk to my son. Not to mention, my son won't doing what I told him to do in training camp. Sean Porter admitted that. Sean Porter did a whole episode about it. How we out here giving that man a hard time, and he forgave his daddy the same night.
Bring up that training camp.
I'll pass the mic, but I gotta go to Mike on Sports. I had to get that rant off, yo. So let me go to Mike on Sports. We're gonna go to right side, the boxing scholar, then Puro. Go ahead, Mike on Sports.
Yeah, all that training camp talk I ain't do what, nigga. They ain't nobody fuck but your home, man. Bring that weak ass shit up. Go ahead, big dog.
Absolutely. Go ahead, right side. You got the floor. We got a lot of people up here. I'm gonna try to answer everybody. Try to keep your statements under two minutes or less.
Now y'all go ahead, Mark. I just had some come across my mind that y'all go ahead. I'm jumping in a second, bro. Sorry.
All right, we'll skip you. We'll come right back to you. After the boxing scholar. Boxing scholar, go ahead. 2 minutes on the clock, bro.
Could you hit that the speculation thing for me real quick?
All right. Let's do some speculation. I'm doing some speculation. Here we go. Put a case on it.
All right. Since we talk about Kenny Porter, man, we all know that Devin Haney is managed by his dad, and Floyd Mayweather has had problems in the past with his dad. Do you think that probably his problems with DAZN might stem from his daddy being in charge of his career and being an overbearing dad? Question to the panel and to the chat.
Well, I didn't want you to ask that question. I kind of want you to give me your take on this question we got right here before you pose a new question.
Sean Porter? Sean Porter?
No, not that. No, the question about the topic on the docket. Why did Cam pick Loma over Haney, and what's going on with that?
Money. Simple as that. Money.
Okay. You want to give me an opening statement on it? You want to we'll write your question out in private chat. We'll come back to it. But I want to get everybody opening statement on the topic on the docket first.
Okay.
That's okay. So we had a couple things. I would say, is it politics, business, money, or is it just good old fashioned racism? You said it's money. Let me go to right side. Talk to me. You ready now? Why did Cam pick Loma over Haney? All right, we'll come back to right side. Piotr, what's good, my G? How you doing?
Hey, what up, Mark? What's going on, panel, man? Same old brother, same old. Just over here chilling, listening to y'all cook. For me, I chose business, but I really think it's I don't think KAMBOSOS or who's the other people or DAZN believe too much in Devin as a champion. They don't believe in his current title. Also, I think it could be just that Bob Arum has a lot of clout when it comes to setting these fights up. He's been doing it for years and stuff like that. I just think it's as simple as that.
Oh, so it's Bob Arum's clout. So you think it's everything except racism, pretty much?
Shit. I mean, like
you ain't gotta say because you talking to a black guy.
No. Trust me. I know racism exists, brother. I ain't tripping on that. But I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know the particulars. I'm not in the negotiation table, so like it's all speculation at this point. It could be all those things that you put on the poll. But since he picked Loma, it doesn't sound like it's because low risk high reward, because he's going for a riskier fight in my opinion. Racism. I couldn't tell you. I've never heard KAMBOSOS say anything racist. I heard DeBella's kind of a piece of shit. And then the other one, Bob Arum. I mean, that could be the case, with his clout.
Fair enough. Cassidy, go ahead, man. Give me your opening statement on this, and then we're gonna go to the boxing scholar. I forgot your question already. Put it in the private chat for me, boxing scholar. Cassidy, what's your take on this topic, my brother? Why did Cam pick Haney over Loma?
Okay, man. Yes, man. Well, me personally, this is my opinion, obviously. I think that it's just a legacy, to be honest, man. I think to me personally, I think KAMBOSOS, he's a vicious guy. He doesn't care. How can I break this down? Lomachenko is declarated. No one cares about Haney, to be honest. No one knows who Haney is. At one stage, until this day, Lomachenko is top pound for pound, one of the top fighters in the world. Haney is not. So that's a tough fight anyway. I think KAMBOSOS, because I think that once if he does lose his belts, which I think personally he will, in his next 1 to 2 fights, he will lose all those belts. He wants to leave at least say, yeah, I had this fight on my resume. If he goes into this fight with Haney, there's no what's the upside towards it? Everything is about upside. What's the upside towards this? DEVIN Haney hasn't done much anyway. He's just there. I don't understand. He's not promoting himself correctly. At one stage, now I'm thinking back to it. He had a chance to sign with the Mayweather, the money team. Imagine if he signed with them. We would have had that tank fight by now. We would have that tank fight by now if he signed with the money team. But like someone said before, he's a free agent now, so he's free to do whatever he wants. But Eddie Hearn is looking at a downside. It's looking like a downside to it because he's not giving the fights. He's not giving the fighters the fights that they want. So for me, it's just legacy. Going towards Lomachenko, that's it's a bigger crowd. He draws everybody in. He's high tech Lomachenko. Like, I don't understand. He's if anything, if the boxing ends today, does he go into the Hall of Fame? DEVIN Haney doesn't. Lomachenko does. So what can we say?
Hey, Rich, let me get your take on that caller before we move on. While I'm waiting for the boxing scholar. The boxing scholar said he had a question. I told him to put it in the private chat. I still don't see it. Go ahead, Rich.
You said about Dr. Stern's call. Oh, he called him back.
I like Dr. Marq. Hold on. Nah, that's somebody else. 404, you got the flow. What's your name? Where you calling from? 404, what up, neighbor? What's your name?
How you feeling, brother?
I can't hear you, bro. You got it on speaker or you on take it off? However you got your phone set.
Can you hear me now?
Perfect. Go ahead, my brother. What's your name?
Okay. How you doing, brother? James Lee, man.
James Lee. Where you from, James Lee?
Yes, sir. I'm from B-More, but I live in Georgia.
Okay, yeah, I'm right here in Georgia too, man. And I used to live in Baltimore as well.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Mr. Lee.
Yeah, man. I don't know how much time I got.
Got 2 minutes on the clock, Mr. Lee.
Okay, it's so funny, man. How how we, as some of us as fans, how we boost this guy Lomachenko up because of his Olympic status, bro. So this nothing in the pros, bro. And everybody keeps trying to wash away his losses. Bro, he lost to a journeyman and he lost to a kid. He lost to a man, he lost to a man that fought 16 fights. And he lost to a journeyman that been knocked out numerous occasions before he even faced him. Man, why do we keep pedestaling this dude, man? Olympic accomplishments have nothing to do with professional fighting.
Go ahead, James Lee. You can still got a minute and a half. Go ahead.
It does, man. And they keep saying DEVIN Haney don't have no accomplishment. How is he going to accomplish anything if don't nobody want to fight him? That don't make sense. Like who else is it to fight? Who else is it to fight? Everybody say no, he's not knocking nobody out. So now boxing is based on you knocking somebody out, or is boxing based on wins and losses?
Championships too. Loma 3-division champ.
Yeah, but man, we gotta look at the championship, bro. He fought Gary Russell, right? He fought Gary Russell. Man, during that time, that man had to burn out his pounds, burn out his weight just to catch. Like the man was dehydrated. He fought Ringen Diao. Ringen Diao had to come up 2 weights to fight him, man. We giving this dude too much toppers. He fought what's the guy that DEVIN Haney just beat, that Lomachenko beat him. He beat him in a war of attrition. He tied the man out and beat the man. Come on, man.
So what? That's a strategy.
Like, man, we praising this guy, man. Teofimo beat the brakes off Lomachenko, man. And Teofimo was a kid, bro. Like, we gotta be real, man. And it boils down to, man, they jumping around this man, and everybody's gonna continue to say he didn't fight anybody, he don't have no record. Who is it left to fight?
Okay. Hell of a call right here, James Lee. James Lee, I appreciate you, man. We're gonna get back. I'm gonna let the panel react to your call. And look, you're more than welcome to call back. If you be like, hey, we taking stuff out of context, or you want to call back, you're more than welcome to call back multiple times. All right?
Okay, brother, appreciate you.
Shout out to Baltimore. What side of Baltimore you from?
West Baltimore.
West Baltimore. All right, shout out to Fulton Ave, still grinding for the cash, baby.
Nah, not too far from my home. I'm from North and Longwood, brother.
Hey, I know right where you at. Peace, my G. Peace. Thanks so much. All right, God bless. All right, good call, man. Hey, look, small world, man. Small world gets smaller every day. Shout out to James Lee, living in Georgia. Got the Atlanta number by way of Baltimore. Where are we at with it?
It was on me.
Go ahead, Reg. Did you want to react to the caller, or you want to react to Dr. Mark Stern?
I want to react to this caller right here about the thing about Loma. I don't think nobody sits here to hype Loma up. I don't think there's no hype build around him. I think that's more of the media's creation. I don't think fans are doing that. But being with the fact that they were putting the hype around him, Loma's done a great deal. I mean, done a tremendous job in maintaining that hype build around him. He's put on some tremendous performances. Can't take that away from him. He has done and displayed what they try to build him up to be. And the fact that he's a two-time Olympian afforded him a lot of opportunities. Same thing that happened with Sugar Ray in them era, that Olympians were highly regarded people who promoters look to go after. Now, Bob Arum, seeing something he liked in this guy, decided to put the investment. And that's the thing. You get around the right promotional type people that put you in the right situation, it's going to pan out for you. And it's the same thing, no different than Clarissa. She has been able to run the deal with her feats in the Olympics, her conquest to the Olympics. And it has afforded her great opportunities by her showcasing that. So you can't take that away from a person.
2 gold medals, right, Reggie?
Absolutely. And it puts you in a great spot.
And not only that, with the Olympics, I don't know if you said it, but being in the Olympics, you see damn near every style. It's like it's a tournament. You can't duck. You fight the next man up. And it's back-to-back type shit almost. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, you gotta be a damn warrior, yo. Like, no, man, I don't nah, bro. And his record as an amateur as a whole. Like, bro, that shit ain't okay. Name some other people that done what he did in the amateur. You're gonna be far-fetched to find people who only got like what, 1 amateur loss or some shit like that. Then you end up beating that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he got an impeccable stat sheet, and that's kind of what ran him into getting these quick opportunities. And the fact that he was willing to go out there and take the fast course, being on his age. So that's what put him in those positions. But I don't think it's like you get those who do hype Loma and those who, be like, yeah, he's cool. And then those who don't like to see the hype. But the other thing, like with Marq's call, it was more about the thing with taking away credit from Crawford and the thing about Kenny. Kenny did the proper thing in that fight. And a lot of people don't, because they put these two, canvases up and do the comparative between what Earl does and what Terrence Crawford does. And if Earl is one up, then a lot of people find way to discount it. Kenny had to stop that fight. And it was no sense in watching your son going out there and losing everything cognitively, because that happens so much in boxing. And who was there for them? This dude got a young son. He seen that he wasn't going to do anything against Crawford. Crawford parked Sean Porter in his right where he took his last step forward, because he was walking forward. He rolled that damn shot into Sean Porter, and it sat Porter right down, stopped his forward momentum, backed him up. Then he gets back up. He ain't fully recovered, gets put down by another punch. His son is frustrated. His mind is no longer locked into the game. He's acting frustrated on top of being buzzed. He's wobbled. He's in here with a guy who's just precision, power punching dude. Bud is very, very, very strong, and he's stronger than what a lot of us see. A lot of people just put in the mind of what they want to think of powers by what we see with Deontay Wilder. Bud is right there. Bud is a precision knockout artists in this game. In the same way he hit Kell Brooks. It wasn't a thing of making Kell Brooks because Brooks had a fracture. He made Brooks hit a U-turn going forward. Brooks came forward at him and busted a quick U-turn and almost went out the ring. The dude had something to him. And Kenny Porter knew what he was up against, and he knew to take his son about that fight. It was a proper decision. But that's my thoughts on that.
All right, Ricardo said, y'all niggas naive. Put an address on it. Put an address on it. Or call in. Or get your bars off. You see, I'm letting everybody speak. Letting everybody call in. This Brandon Washington, he said they cheat in the Olympics. Did Clarissa Shields cheat in the Olympics, Brandon Washington? Because I thought she won fair and square.
No. You asked me. You were using the Olympics as a credential for Lomachenko as a pro. And I'm telling you that you should be careful using that as a credential because they have found widespread corruption in Olympic boxing. And
Did they find it in Lomachenko, bro?
No, listen to what I'm saying. And they rigged it. Boxing has been found to be rigged in the Olympics.
Brandon Washington, you missing my point. Brandon, look, they find bankers that steal money. Did your bank steal money from you though? Like you can, it's always going to be. It's going to be an exception.
If you say bankers steal money, that means that if it's happening widespread. That means that bankers are corrupt. That's what that means.
But if you're still using the bank, you're missing the point, brother. Don't use the bank no more. Then, if that's how you feel, don't go to the Olympics. You can't give Clarissa Shields. You can't give Clarissa Shields credit for her to. Brandon, let's talk together. Let's have a conversation, Brandon. You can't accuse Clarissa Shields. You can't say she got hers the right way, but Loma didn't get his the right way. And like we can't take that from him, but give somebody else that credit. It's no proof that she got robbed or she did something nefarious. Go ahead.
When was the last time Clarissa Shields was in the Olympics?
I ain't got the stats in front of me, Brandon. You missing my point. When was the last time Loma was in the Olympics?
So the point that I'm making is be careful using two-time Olympian.
I'm not.
That's the only point that I'm making.
Nah, I don't get it. I still don't get it. Break it down for me. Why does hers count, but his don't count?
Now, I didn't say, see, what you did was create a straw man argument.
You always say that. No, I'm just trying to bring it down.
Let me finish, Mark. You cut me off. I called in.
Well, yeah, but you did. You attacking me, man. And you saying I'm saying something. You're attacking me, and I want you to know. You always say that when I try to bring it down to facts like X's and O's. You don't like that, and you say I'm making some straw man shit, and you don't even never explain what the straw man is I'm making. But I hope you do it this time. I hope you do it.
The straw man argument that you making, you brought up Clarissa Shields. And then you start arguing against her Olympic pedigree.
You start muffling. You muffle.
I said you brought up Clarissa Shields and you start arguing against her Olympic pedigree, and that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about be careful about how you throw around these Olympic credentials, especially regarding pro sports, because that's amateur status, and that amateur status is rigged.
That what status? That's what status?
Ahead,
I didn't hear you said that's what status?
I was saying be careful.
I heard that part,
Olympics.
But you said it's something status.
Yeah, it's amateur status.
Okay.
So and we know that they have found to be rigged.
Okay, fair enough. But so can I say this? Let me retort to that. Did you hear? Okay, take out the Olympic medal part. He had over 300 some amateur fights. I believe he only lost one, maybe two, and he avenged that loss. Right? Like that's still 300 some fights. You only lost one. You won 2 gold medals. Okay. You can say it's rigged, whatever. That's still fighting different styles, different heights. Like it's like you can't take that away from the experience of going amateur. Or a lot of these guys have amateur careers. So just because the guy don't make it is always rigged. A lot of people don't make it. It's only going to be 1 gold medal.
No. I didn't say that. The Olympics, this has been found. This is not nothing I made up. I didn't make this up.
I didn't say you did.
So what I'm trying to say, and when it comes to the Lomachenko height,
you sounded muffled again, Brandon. Brandon, you got to get your mic right, bro.
My bad, bro. Can you hear me?
There you go.
When it comes to the Lomachenko height, that's a lot of it is just height. Think about it. Lomachenko was in a championship fight within his 2nd fight ever in boxing. Name me somebody recently within the I don't know the last 5 years that happened to. What I'm saying is everything is set up in his favor. It's basically not rigged for him, but it can be skewed for him. And that's the thing. We got to put aside the boxing hype and see how he's actually performing. When he lost to Orlando Toledo, which he's been a champion before, from what I understand. But outside of that, his second loss, he lost to a guy, I believe, Chip Him only had 16 fights. 16 fights. So when it comes to
you ain't fighting his
record,
though. You do know that. You don't fight the record. You fight the man in front of you.
I understand. But I just want to put it in perspective.
Ali lost to a guy that had 7 fights, right?
He did what?
Then Ali lose to a guy who had 7 fights. Spinks, right?
Was Ali in the prime of his career?
You missing the point. You missing the point, though. A guy fought somebody 7 fights.
But we have to keep it in perspective because Loma was is supposed to have been in his prime and was supposed to be basically have been a 3-belt champion. So let's keep this in perspective, Mark. Let's not.
3 division
you comparing things is not like I said. You keep building up arguments. It's not.
Are you in your prime at 34? What age are you in your prime?
It depends on when you start and when you initiate. It just depends on when you start.
Because he knocking 40 door down. He about to be 35.
How old is he?
He'll be 35 tomorrow.
So are you saying that he is not in his prime?
No, I'm asking you, like, what is the prime age? Like 34, 35?
I think he turned professional. I think because he turned professional late and spent a lot of time in the amateurs. Okay. I think that his prime would be as soon as he started. That's probably why, because of who he is, he ended up getting a championship fight in his second fight ever as a pro.
Well, I'm just want to say this before I let you go, man. We get back to the panel because we got a lot of people here. Got a lot of people probably trying to call in. Let me say this.
What's up, B?
Let me say this, bro. I wasn't trying to downplay Clarissa's achievements. I was just trying to make a comparison because I know you respect her achievements. So when you guys talk bad about those 2 gold medals, remember the sister got 2 gold medals too, and that shit should be respected, yo. That shit is hard to do 1 time, let alone 2 times. So I just wanted to compare. So if hers count, his got to count. And then when we start saying, well, what year did she compete, or what year was she what year was it? And hey, look, how far back you want to go? But regardless, they both got them. They both are active right now. So it ain't like it happened in the 40s or the 30s or the 20s or something. So I just want you to know and want the audience to know if they came in late. I was definitely not trying to take away Clarissa Shields' achievements, but we can't take away Loma's neither. But with that, I digress. Thanks for calling in, man. Let me get back to the panel.
Indeed, bro. Appreciate it, Mark.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, man, that's what I wanted the brother to know. Like, yeah, man, it ain't about being careful with because the Olympics are shady, man. The life is shady. The world is shady. You get what I'm saying? What, you gonna kill yourself? The banks are shady. We know that. It's corrupt. What, you not gonna bank? I don't know. I just want people we got to consider alternative. If you participating in it, you can change it. You can fight to change it. But at the end of the day, people are still going to the Olympics every year trying to get a gold medal. So it is what it is. We got my guy right side just pulled back up. Go ahead, right side. What you got?
First off, my bad, bro, man. My son, he sleepwalked at 6 years old.
Live show, man. Fuck all of that personal stuff. You ain't got.
All right, cool, bro. So going into it, first things first, and matter of fact, y'all keep cooking because I want to make sure I'm catching the right points before I start cooking.
We asking why did Cam pick Loma over Haney?
Okay, so it's in my opinion, I think it's multifaceted. First things first is I think it's the boxing politicians at work. Ludabella had more to do with KAMBOSOS picking Loma than anything else. I think because Ludabella he works a lot with Bob Arum, a lot with Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? I think that's more of where that comes from. I don't think that KAMBOSOS is actually ducking, in my opinion. I think it's more about the boxing politicians because if you look at what Ludabella said when he first or when KAMBOSOS first won, he came out and said that Devin Haney was the email champion and that he wasn't looking to fight Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? In response to that, Kambosos told you that he was the boss, not Ludabella. That's why I do hold Kambosos I hold him accountable to some respects. But at the end of the day, like I always say, it's the boxing politicians in the sport of boxing right now who are screwing up the sport. And I think that's what this really comes down to, is that the same way Loma fought Comey, and Comey is a Ludabella fighter, right? And so the same way Ludabella is able to work out deals with Top Rank, whereas I don't know if y'all remember, but Bob Arum told you, because Devin Haney didn't sign with Top Rank, he said, I ain't doing business with him. That's more or less what he said. And I think that's what it more or less is. I think that's why at the end of the day, it's come to what it's come to. Also, we see that the WBO came out and they said that they're mandating the fight now. And so I just think that in overall, it's the politicians at work, and this is what they do. We see them in action more and more during fights now, and that's why I think it's happened the way it happened. I don't think that Kambosos is ducking. I just think is the business side of boxing taking control.
Absolutely. I'm glad you said it. You brought up a good point. Let me put this on the screen. These are the rankings now for the WBO. Reg, you want to jump in? Boxing Scholar. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Boxing Scholar. These are, you had a question for the panel and the channel. But these are the rankings. He's number one. He's number one, just like that. And over these other names, who would you rather see fight him for the WBO? You want to see Lomachenko, right? That's a big fight. But the Boxing Scholars, basically, he had a question that he posed. He said, could it be that and I'll let Reg take the lead on this. Matter of fact, I want to hear UK Cassidy take the lead on this. Cassidy, could Devin Haney's dad have a lot to do? Go ahead. Matter of fact, you asked the question on the Boxing Scholar. I'd rather you ask it because it's written kind of weird. I might not read it correct.
Do y'all think that Devin Haney's dad has being overbearing has anything to do?
I'm sorry, you blacked out. You blacked out. Say it again.
Do you think Devin Haney's dad being overbearing has anything to do with his marketing and his relationships with people in the boxing world? Because I recall him getting into it with Floyd Mayweather before over, just basic training controls, and Floyd Mayweather knows his job. And I
gotta give you an objection though. That's like a leading question. You already called him overbearing. That's a leading question.
Okay, do you agree with me? Because I that's what I said speculation. That's what I suspect.
Okay.
What do you mean by overbearing?
Overbearing. Normally, when fathers get involved in the fighter's career, they become overbearing, where they want to control every aspect of their son's career. And we have professionals for that very thing. You can make sure your son don't get messed over, or like Marq said, if you think your son's going to get destroyed in the ring, call the fight. Don't give your son the chance to have his faculties about him. But all the other stuff, the business stuff, he ain't no lawyer as far as I know, but he's intertwined with all that stuff. Do you think that could have a lot to do with his bad relationships with the DAZN and other places? And because I've seen him argue with YouTubers. So that's my question. Do you agree with me? Because this is my speculation. You can hit it again one more time, Marq.
Oh, okay. Go for it. Now, what's the speculation?
My speculation is that his dad is too overbearing and it's affecting his boxing career.
And you think he's damaging relationships is what it sounds like as well.
Damaging relationship, yes.
Okay, so that's a little different from overbearing, but I get where you're coming from. Okay. Go ahead, Cassidy. You take the lead. Go ahead.
Yes. I do agree. I definitely agree, but we can only go with the receipts that we have. He said that his own son is the boss. He said his son runs everything. He said that he doesn't stick his nose in his son's personal business. He said he has handlers for his son to deal with that does that part of this job. Obviously, I do understand that there's some backside behind. I know we have dads, correct? I'm sure we have. I'm not sure if everyone on the panel has a personal relationship with their dads. I don't per se, but there are other people that do. We know that they get involved in their son's business, our son's businesses, obviously. but to a certain extent. But I'm just going by what the horse says, what came out of the horse's mouth. He said his son is the boss. He has nothing to do with that. He makes his own decisions. He makes his own DEVIN Haney Promotions. DEVIN Haney Promotions. DEVIN Haney Promotions. That's what he shouts and screams. So I'm just going by what he says. So I'm just going to have to take it from there. But Boxing Scholar is right though. I have seen him personally argue with YouTubers. I've seen him argue with the Boxing Voice. I've seen him argue with callers on other people's platforms that he doesn't even know. So to me, it's hard to say, man. But I do agree with the Boxing Scholar. I do think he's getting in the way of personal things. We don't know what personal relationships he had with. I know for a fact he's been in the room with Eddie Hearn and he's had multiple arguments with Eddie Hearn. I know for a fact he has.
How you know for a fact? But isn't that natural though? We doing business. Sometimes business get heated. Let's say he did have an argument with Eddie Hearn. Why he can't argue with Eddie Hearn? We want this, you want that. You think we should do it? We think we should do this. Why we can't argue with your partner? That's part of a healthy business, right? Sometimes we're gonna disagree. We're like, what's wrong with having a disagreement or argument in a business room? How do you know about it? That's where the problem come in. How do you know about their personal business argument in the boardroom? Go for it. Go ahead, Cass.
Correct. No, correct. You're correct. I had a lack of training of thought there. I don't know per se, but I'm just going by. I'm going by what my gut is telling me. And like you said,
oh shit,
I'm
man,
going by
you better tell me you speculate, man. We got to give you the speculation, man.
Oh, Law and order me, man. Yeah, man. Law and order me, Mark, man. I'm sorry, man. I apologize about that, but that's what's my gut feeling.
I know for a fact that he argues with it. And you heard it, but
if it walks like a duck and it sounds like a duck and it looks like a duck, it acts like a duck. It's a duck.
But you don't know. No, you could be at Disney and that's a man in a Donald Duck suit, nigga, and he go out beside that screen and take it off. You're a little kid to this boxing business, and it's all Disneyland to you. Like they go behind the scene, they take that off. It's a costume. Yeah, you thought it was Donald Duck. It's a man in there. You get what I'm saying? But you don't know what they saying in the boardroom because you don't have privy to that information. But I get it. But that's your speculation. Go ahead, Reggio. Give me your take on the question.
Man, I can kind of see where brothers coming from with the thing on Bill Haney. I don't think it's because he's overbearing. It's once again with what I think they fear with what happens with DEVIN Haney moving forward is him becoming too big of a star, going off making tremendous amount of money without them, and also thinking about Bill Haney getting in the position of where now he's competitive against these guys. Can Bill Haney and become big enough to where they become promoters? We have seen fighters who have been able to, kind of ladder over from becoming big stars to creating promotional companies. You see two fighters like that today. And I think sometimes these dudes may fear that and having to deal with someone who was once in partnership with them to now becoming competitive against them. So could that be something they worry about? And that's a possibility. And from the business side of things, they know that Bill Haney is capable of becoming competitive. They know that he understands the business side of things and he's strong in his opinions on things and what kind of deals he's willing to take. He understands the ins and out, what money should look like, how you can't get over on him and this and that. And that he probably get a number of fighters that he can end up representing and building them into stars. That's the thing, is capturing these young fighters, these fighters at early stages of their careers, developing them and creating them into big money-making stars. And they probably worry about that with Bill Haney, that one day he may become a competitor of theirs.
But so you don't think his dad is overbearing, to use his term?
No, his dad functions how a dad is supposed to function amongst these exploitative wolves out there. So Bill's doing everything he's supposed to. Same way Kenny Porter, same thing with the Ball brothers, same thing with Floyd Sr. and Roger Mayweather's an uncle. You got to protect yours.
Absolutely, because these guys got, like, he's not a lawyer, but he does have experience in the entertainment business.
And let me say this, because J. Rob put in there about Costamado.
Man, I'm lost in the chat, man. I'm lost. I don't know where we at or nothing. But go ahead.
Man, there's a lot of comments coming through. They intrigued by the combo. But the thing with J. Rob put about like,
I said they ain't smashing that light though. And shout out to the 10 people that subscribed and unsubscribed. I appreciate you. They subscribed just to talk.
Hit that like button. But let me say this about exploitation, and J. Rob puts Costa model, and that's absolutely. Look how the Wolves came after Mike Tyson. Once the guy who was overbearing for Mike Tyson to know to keep people away. When he passed away, it was hell from there.
Sometimes you need that person over you. You know what I'm saying? They're looking out for your best interest. Boxing Scholar, I guess it's on right side. Right side. Give me your take on it. You feel like Boxing Scholar that his dad is overbearing and damaging relationships?
No, I agree. I agree with Reggie, man. At some point in time, man, especially with Devin Haney being 23 years old, you need an old head in your corner. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, if you have a close relationship with your father, you know that that's going to be the individual who do have your best interest in mind. Now, does Bill Haney do all the best or make all the best decisions? I can't say he does, but at the end of the day, I can't say that he's overbearing. I would prefer to say that he may be more cautious and be looking for the best deal for his son, which I respect. And so I'm not going to say he's overbearing, but I also will say that in trying to find those best deals, you know, you do end up burning certain bridges the same way when they went independent from the beginning. Bob Arum came out and said, we pretty much not doing business with you, you know? And so I think it could be to his detriment. And I don't know if I think it was on this panel, but somebody said earlier, when Floyd Mayweather did it, Floyd Mayweather was a little more established and was the draw, you know what I'm saying, in the sport. And so it gave him that upper hand versus where with Devin coming in trying to do it at such a young age and not being that same draw. And because of that, I think that's detrimental because he's not that draw. And then he's also going to get boxed out by those individuals who aren't looking to work with him. And so I'm not gonna say that Bill Haney is overbearing, but I will say that at some point in time, you got to understand who you're dealing with, and that if you want the big fights to happen, you're gonna have to deal with the boxing politicians. So if that's the case, then at the end of the day, you got to make sure you're putting your son in that in the right space to be able to make deals with those individuals.
Right. So Boxing Scholar, I think everybody answered your question. This is what I want to say on it. Bill Haney and Mayweather, they using unorthodox promotion methods for their fighters. They do unorthodox things with their fighters. Like, more people should do what Bill Haney did. He built a cult following for Devin Haney. Some of these dudes love Devin Haney just because they talked to his daddy before. They don't want to disrespect him on their channel, on their panel, because they'll never get the Bill Haney interview. And once you're talking to Bill Haney, you're one step away from talking to the champ. It can happen today. I just got to be respectful, and so that's possible, bro. Where some people placate to people's emotions, they placate to the guy because they want to get the interview. This is our guy. You know what I'm saying? I had a guy get upset with me one time. He said, "MarqNash, Terrence Crawford, your favorite fighter, and you ain't did no interview with him yet." I don't tell y'all. He's not my favorite fighter because I in hopes of getting an interview with him. You get what I'm saying? That's not why I do it. I don't do this shit to get the interview. If it comes, it comes. But 9 times out of 10, shit, motherfucking interview, people don't pull up for the interview. They pull up so they can join the panel and talk shit in the chat. You just never know. You never know. But also, like, I know people who had interviews with whoever, and they don't really do shit for them. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about the interview, man. It's not about that. But for some of these guys, it is. And and you'll see it too. Once they do an interview with a certain person, their whole outlook on that fighter changes. But I'll pass it back around. Go ahead, the Boxing Scholar, jump in. I think it was on you last. You asked the question.
Floyd Mayweather was an example y'all brought up, but Floyd Mayweather didn't get big until he left his daddy. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Jay Prince, but Jay Prince is a mogul from Texas, and he used to promote Floyd Mayweather. And his book, I read it. He said that Floyd Mayweather's dad actually physically tried to fight him because he didn't want to take like a $12 million deal. And he was telling Floyd, like, trust me, I know what I'm doing. We're gonna hold out and we're gonna make like 25 million. And Floyd Sr. didn't want him to do it. He actually tried to fight Jay Prince over that. But like that's what I mean by overbearing, because
did Floyd make 25 million after that, or did he make the 25 million later?
No, he made it. He made the money that Jay Prince told him he was gonna make.
He made 25 million with Jay Prince.
Yeah.
I don't remember him having 25 million when he was with
man,
Jay
you
Prince.
could have made me go to the excerpt in the book. Hold up.
Yeah, I just don't remember Floyd having 25 million. I remember it was a big deal that he when he bought himself out of his contract, that he bet on himself. If you got 25 million to pay what he paid to get out, that was a new car.
So did he go from Top Rank to Jay Prince?
They don't got a story about Jay when he left Jay Prince. It was about like they called him. Y'all, who knows this story? It was like he said they had him with some guys. They had Floyd hemmed up. It was gonna break his legs with baseball bats on some shit. Allegedly, possibly, maybe. Something bad could have happened. How about that? And Bob Arum just sent the money. Right? Because when he left Jay Prince, he supposed to still got paid. I don't recall Floyd Mayweather having 25 million when he was with Jay Prince. Because 25 million, we would have known it, knowing who he is. I'm just saying. But I love to hear that. But it is what it is. Pass it around. Go ahead, Reggie.
Oh no, I didn't have anything else on that.
All right, so we good on this topic. I guess that's it for tonight. Shoot. Anybody had anything else on this topic that they wanted to talk about before we land the plane?
Yeah, my thing, man, moving forward on this one is that the fans just bug me, man. The fans really, really bug me because they get too stuck in these holding patterns of ducking and who a fighter should have fought. You should have fought my favorite fighter. And it's really you're my favorite fighter because you interview with me and you're the greatest and you're this, you're king, you're God. And that ain't the way this shit work. Man, these fighters have to find their way of maneuvering. They can't act like it's the end of the world. These fans act like it's the end of the world. I wish they in the world of being fans and speakers of the sport of boxing because they cry a little bit too damn much for me. But like just going forward, Devin and them have to map out their plan. This ain't the end of the world. There's fights. He has a career. He has an image. His image and his career shouldn't be hung up on somebody not fighting him not getting the fight. Devin can go on here if he's the best, like he stated he is. If that means you're the best, that means there's nobody in the division who is an issue for you. You go through here and you wash off the rest of these cats that are out there. You force it to where these people like, man, you ain't, where even with a champion, where people start to view, man, you ain't the best. It's that kid over there. That kid, DEVIN Haney, he's the best. That's who we want to see. And if you ain't fighting them, then forget you. That's why these belts don't mean anything. You even look at Canelo. Canelo ain't really a champion of a WBC belt or a belt. Canelo got rid of the shit. They came running to him. At some point, you got to start telling these damn people in the sport, F you, I'm going to do my own thing. I'm bigger than you. They have an image. The thing you was talking about with Bill Haney, how Bill Haney, his style of promoting, his style of the Haney brand production, presenting himself, making himself available, being open, not dodging questions, trying to be as transparent as possible. And fans attract to that. And then now you present a product that has to be a complete product. You just can't say, well, here's the DEVIN Haney product and it's good just because it's the Devin. No, that product has to show how it operates and everything else. And that's what it has to be. They have to go about their stunt. And it was something early on that made me think about how they come to this point to where they have to separate from Eddie, because Eddie was always tripping. He made a comment a while ago when they first started doing business together. And this when Devin was living on the strip. And what intrigued Eddie Hearn was how a young kid can stay so focused and live in that environment and not get caught up in all the ills that exists out there on the strip and especially for a young dude, that this guy was that well disciplined. And maybe Eddie thought this guy will slip off a little bit, and he hasn't. This guy has become more incredibly focused within this game. And that becomes a threat to these dudes. Bill Haney and Devin Haney is a threat to these guys. And that partnership can no longer work if they're looking to get big things. They have to go about doing it on their own. And just as we speak of that, Isaac Cruz get a Gamboa fight. So nothing stops you. You have to keep pressing forward and making fights. And then that Kambosos fight may come back around you. Maybe that Kambosos fight might still be open to these dudes. Nothing has been said as for certain, but that's my thoughts on that.
Go ahead. Anybody want to jump in?
So just to jump in on that point, man, Reg, as soon as you saw it, right when you said it, it was popping up on my screen as well. The Isaac or Isaac Cruz and Gamboa fight. I thought that was very interesting. But you know, at the end of the day, this is how I look at it. I think that Devin Haney, he's going about it the right way. Yeah, he's gonna be more or less boxed out in certain situations, but being that he is 23, being that he is so young, he has a lot of opportunity moving forward. So at the end of the day, what I would say is just keep your head down, continue to hone your skills, you know what I mean, to become a better fighter, a sharper fighter, get rid of some of the deficiencies. And at the end of the day, go ahead and when you do have that opportunity, capitalize on it, because at 23 years old, you've had an opportunity and it's falling through, but it's only a learning situation for you. You learn how to move, how to operate, things to do, and how to kind of put individuals in a corner and make them fight you. And so, me personally, I don't want to see Devin Haney move up to 140 just yet, just because I think it's a lot of great fights still to happen at 135. And but I wouldn't be mad if he moved up, and I want to see those fights as well. So at the end of the day, man, just keep. I'm a Devin Haney supporter now. I wasn't at first, but because of what the brother and being such a young guy and going about things the right way, in my opinion, never in trouble. There's nothing outside of boxing we can talk negative about Devin Haney on, and so. I'm rooting for the brother, and I just wish the best for him. It didn't work out for you this time, but you got a lot of time to make your legacy and to create a legacy for yourself. So, hey, keep your head up and keep fighting, man.
Hey, the Boston Scholar, put that in the private chat, because I can't click on it in the main chat from this control panel. And we put the links in the private chat, bro. I was just asking for it, by the way, too. So. Let me see if I can copy and paste it, because it's moving so fast. Where is it at? I don't even see it. Copy and paste that link in the private chat, the Boston Scholar. Matter of fact, I got it right here. Boom.
So it wasn't 25 million. It was his first $1 million payday. So let me correct myself. I was wrong on that.
Yeah. And look, going forward, please don't put no links in my chat. That's the quickest way to lose your wrench. Don't put no links in my chat. Respect. Okay. Put them in the private chat if you're on the panel. You can email them to me, but I don't have 10,000 people watching, so I don't like people putting links in my chat. It's distracting. You send people away. You be like, click here, and then you tell them to click here, and it's wrong information. You get what I'm saying? Okay. So what was the point of even putting that link there? It's not the 25 million that you're talking about.
It was 12
million. He didn't have 25 million, bro.
They offered him 12. They offered him 12 million. I had that part of the story right. He made his first $1 million payday with Jay Prince.
So he turned down 12 and got 1 million
for one fight. It was 12 million for 7 fights.
Okay, but you get my point though, right? Totally wrong. Respectfully, let's not the same. I knew he didn't have 25 million, but let me play this clip though. This is Bob Arum talking about he had to pay Jay Prince $600,000.
Joining us at the beach today is Bob Arum. He is a legend from there. Well,
and Floyd needed you to fix that situation. What can you tell us about what happened there?
Well, we were at dinner one night, and I got a call that there was a disturbance in my gym. And Floyd apparently had asked us not to do a fight in October, but to do it in December after James Prince's contract with him had run out. So the disturbance in my gym was that some people came over with or without the knowledge of James Prince and proceeded to break a couple of heads of people in Mayweather's camp with baseball bats. And so the gym was splattered with blood. And Floyd came to my office the next day and he said, Prince wants his money from the fight that's coming up. So I said to Floyd, fine, if that's what you want, I'll write him a letter of credit. And Floyd said to me, Prince don't do no letters of credit. You better send the cash. So I wrote a check and I made it a contract with Prince's lawyer, and he got paid the money that he was said he was entitled to as Floyd's manager.
Well, had Floyd told you anything about him before this disturbance?
No, I had met Prince while he was Floyd's manager, and he conducted himself very businesslike, very well, and I've dealt with him since, and he's been a man of his word. So I have no complaint with James Prince. What the falling out was, if there was a falling out, that's between Floyd Mayweather and James Prince. And man, I haven't been in this business for 50 years, so I'm going to end up getting involved in their dispute. I mean, I'm too smart for that.
Checkmate. Bob Arum said I had to pay $600,000. There we go. Yeah, man, but that's what we had with it, man. I just had to play that for because for some people in the chat thought I was bullshitting. Yeah, we had to play that like facts only, man. Facts only. Facts only. We like to put it right on the screen. So people will know what I mean. But that's it, man, for me. Anybody want to give me their final thoughts on anything we talked about tonight? UK Cassie. Go ahead, Cassie.
Overestimated.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it again, Mark, man, for your content.
You got to turn down the background. Turn down the background, whatever the background.
And in the free.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, I was just saying, thanks for the panel, man. I appreciate it. You get me doing your thing and that. You get me, Mark, man. And thanks to the chat as well. It's good to hear everyone's intake on what we want to see in the boxing community once again. You feel me? So and smash that like button, man. Fuck that shit. Smash that like button, man.
Absolutely. Thanks, Cassidy. I appreciate your time and energy, bro.
Ooh.
Anytime. Always. Go ahead, right side.
First things first, man. Salute to the panel. Salute to everybody. I apologize for being late, but yeah, hey, I'm working on getting my channel started. So Mark, you know what I'm saying? You always ask me to plug something, so that's my plug for tonight. I'm working on mine, so hopefully next week we off the ground. But great interaction tonight, and much love to you, Mark, because you once again you show love. And you run yours right down the middle, bro. And hey, it's a great way to run the channel, bro. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you too. I look forward to checking out that channel as well. All right, God bless. God bless. Go ahead, Boston Scholar.
Man, the business of boxing is a very, very touchy subject because we don't know. Is most of it is speculations. Nobody released any books or numbers or anything, so I mean it's all speculation. So, man, I feel kind of bad, man. I didn't get to add a ton of information on this topic, man, but I just came to kick it with you.
Yeah, I wish you was here earlier, man. We've been here 2 hours and a half, man. So it's all good. I'll see you on the next one, though.
All right, man. Hey, check your Instagram. I got a link that I sent you. I don't know how to send it through here because I'm on my phone at the same time. I don't know how to work this laptop, so that's why I sent it in the what you call it. But I'm gonna send it to your Instagram. It said 35 million.
Yeah, you can copy and paste it. It should pop right up, though.
All right.
All right. You want to plug your channel before I let you go?
Yeah, I'm on YouTube at The Boxing Scholar, and it was a good conversation, man. I'm out.
All right, my brother. Be safe. God bless. Absolutely. Go ahead, Reggie O with the Killer Show. Take us on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, I'm up here doing. My son asked me about his homework. Sorry about that. But yeah, man, another great topic, man. Another great show. Y'all hit that like button too. Y'all know y'all enjoy the topic. Um, but my thing is gonna wait to see what final decision Kambosos makes in this negotiation. We're gonna see if Devin Haney can go about swaying them to shift the fight in his focus. I mean, to focus on him, but I also like what Kambosos is doing by maximizing what he's going to get out of becoming a champion. He's doing it the proper way, not doing it the Tiafimo way, not acting and parading around with belts, doing this and that. This dude is in the gym showing boxing related stuff, making negotiation, ensuring these people are going to pay him like he knows that they should pay him if they want these fights. And he's in a position to where they have their they're in a position to where they have their fighters who are looking for opportunities. Kambosos' position is in an extremely great place. Here is time to get Vasily Lomachenko back into this kind of glory phase of his career to becoming a champion again before he retires. Kambosos holds that opportunity from him. Devin Haney looking to come to this meteoric rise within his career. He's looking to get these titles and the opportunity that he's looked for his career. Kambosos holds that. And what does it take to get that? The highest bidder. And that's simply what it is. He's doing it the proper way, the pimp way, not to just say, oh, I want to fight like a fool and leave all the money on the table for these people in suits to take everything. So I like what he's doing. I hope Devin get it, but they have to understand Kambosos is doing the proper thing. And they will do the same thing when they get in that position.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, man. I don't think Kambosos is doing nothing wrong, man, because we need more information. What you think of what I said about my point with the term sheets? Like, once this shit is all said and done, do you think that's bad business for Bill to bring that up, bring that out? Like, yo, this is what was offered. Like, why did they counter? Like, you can't, like, now they want to say we'll take whatever he gives. Why did you counter then? Because whatever we offered him, he must have took it on the first go. What did you counter with? What was that about? Why does Devin not know that Lou DiBella sent an offer? Why does he think it's only Eddie Hearn sending the offer? The A side is clearly the guy with all the belts. We said Loma ain't shit, but these dudes are chasing the belts that Loma just lost. Loma's chasing his own belts back. You get what I'm saying?
Right. No, exactly.
He got them belts somewhere, and they want them belts. But yo, man, this shit is crazy, man. It's been a wild show, man. Look, man, I love y'all, man. I hope y'all love yourself, man. Like, this shit be funny to me sometimes, man. Like, we gotta let people talk, though, man. I don't put myself out there as that person. I'm gonna let folks talk. Now I'm stuck to it, right? It's the neighborhood. It's your man marqnash Breaking Beats. Reggie, please plug your channel before I let you go, bro.
Oh, yes, indeed, man. Y'all can catch me on this main channel, Boxing Conversations with Reggie Owens, as well as the backup Boxing Conversation Reggie Owens channel with the number 2, my Politics and News channel with Reggie Owens, and also my Reading with Reggie Owens channel. So those are 4 channels I got. Subscribe, folks. But that's all I got.
Hey, man, when you do your next reading?
I was going to try to do some of it today, but when I see you had this topic and then I had to get my kids and I do their homework, so I'm like, damn, we'll delay it. So I'm going to get back on it tomorrow. Go into chapter 4.
Wow, well, I appreciate you passing the mic to me, man, and let me get my bars off and chopping it up with us. Your presence was much appreciated.
Yes, indeed. Thanks, bro.
I'll see you on the next one.
For sure.
Hey, man, I'm going to hit you up, man. I'm going to send you a link for some of these politics and news ideas that I'm doing for the show. Some of them shits I've been doing, and I just been recording them. They members only, but a couple of them I might send you the idea on, see if you want to collab on one of them, because a couple of those I think you touched on as well. The kid fighting at the school, and they just pulled the kid off of him and put him in cuffs. Put the other kid in cuffs, like the black kid in cuffs. So some weird shit going on out here. Got to talk about, we're on the brink of World War III. They're telling you to get out of Ukraine. If you in Ukraine and you're an American, you got 24 hours to leave. If not, don't be calling for us, no search and rescue. Like, wow. Like, what's going on? So we're going to talk about all of that and more, man. I appreciate you, Reg. Holla at me.
For sure,
Hey,
bro.
plug your Instagram, yo. Your Instagram is better than your YouTube sometimes, bro. You can show more of that. You be wilding out on Instagram. What's your Instagram for the people who don't know?
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me go to. I think it's Reggie. Hold on.
Some zip code or some shit. It's like Reggie and some bunch of numbers.
Oh yeah, Reggie. That's the Killeen zip code. So Reggie 76544. So that's the Killeen zip code.
Okay.
Killeen,
Reggie
Texas.
76544. All right, cool. All right, man. Check out his Instagram, man. I'll see you on the next one, bro. For sure. Shout out to Mike on Sports as well. You can find him at Mike Ross the Boss, Mike on Sports. Just type in Mike on Sports on all platforms. I appreciate Mike pulling up. I appreciate everybody pulling up. Reggie O, Cassidy, Boston Scholar, Right Side, Puro. Shout out to Puro Central. I forgot the rest of it, man. But just everybody who pulled up. Brandon Washington, thanks for calling in. Appreciate all the callers, even Dr. Marq Stern. Me and Dr. Marq, we disagree. It was just entertainment purposes, having a little fun with it, but I definitely disagree with Dr. Marq on his sentiments on Terrence Bud Crawford. So with that said, man, I want to thank you guys for your time. Thank you for your energy. Go to marqnash.com, marqnash.com. Put in the promo code NASH27 and save yourself 15% on all merchandise. Got the What Can I Say shirt right now in 3 different colors. Got the black, the red, the blue, but we also have plenty of other merch on the show, on the website you can pick from, and look for more merch on the way. So shout out to everybody out there who's doing their thing. I appreciate everybody's time and energy. It's been a hell of a show. And as always, man, look, we don't have to agree. As long as we keep it respectful, we can come back and do it again. I promise. Look, I'm not here to it's a new day, man. Look, I used to make everybody the butt of the joke, and people make me the butt of the joke, trying to carry the show a little more respectful, keep it a little more organized. People ain't just cutting people off left and right. It can get real toxic. So I got to maintain some order, because if I don't maintain some order, it can get real crazy. This is the time of the show. If you got a wrench, please plug your wrench at the end. When everybody's doing their final thoughts, that's when you drop your links. Please drop your link. Let people know how they can follow you. Drop your IG, your Twitter, drop your business, your website. That's the part of the show when you can do that, and I really appreciate it. If you've reserved that for final thoughts. With that said, man, it's been a great one, man. It's been another good episode. Look, I don't know the answer why Devin Haney isn't getting the fights. I don't know if it's race, politics, money, business. His dad was overbearing, damaging relationships, bad communication. Is it Eddie Hearn? Is it the DAZN? Is it Bob Arum and his relationships? Is it just the money? What we do know is he's not getting these big fights for some reason or another. So we'll talk about it and we'll figure out what's going on. We'll follow it. Maybe it's still a chance he can get the fights. Only God knows. Only time will tell. So we'll talk about it and we'll follow this story. And regardless, we're going to watch the fight. We're going to watch KAMBOSOS versus Lomachenko. We want to see what happens. Can he make lightning strike twice? Because he did it this night right here when he beat Teofimo Sr. Teofimo Lopez. So anything is possible. Anything is possible. You just never know. So he might do it again. He might can pull it off. We will never know until we see it. We got to see the fights. We can't just say, don't nobody want to see it. We can't just discount this man. This man, he barely threw punches in the first rounds with Teo and still almost won. Came on strong at the end. Why Teo didn't take the rematch with him? Why he didn't take the rematch? Pride? Well, he didn't offer me no rematch, so now I'm not going to offer him a rematch? Nah, man. Why did Eddie Hearn not accept the first offer? What was the first offer that they sent over that made him counter? And what did he counter with that was disrespectful and ridiculous, insulting? That's what they said, insulting and ridiculous. We don't know. Maybe we can get Mr. Haney to show us the term sheet. We'll talk about it. Kelly Brook going to sleep. We're going to talk about that too. We're going to follow that fight. I'm going to watch that one. Kell Brook versus Amir Khan goes down this weekend, yo. We got to do a prediction show on Friday. So we'll do a prediction show on Friday, and we'll chop it up about that one on Saturday. That's going to be in the afternoon, guys. So that's in the UK. So it's going to be about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, our time. So we'll follow that fight. And yeah, man, I love y'all. Hope you love yourself. If you don't, guess what? marqnash in the neighborhood loves you. And yeah, dreams require sleep. Goals require effort. Go down and get your goals. It's a hip-hop political sports show with a comedy twist. So you got to have thick skin, man. Don't be so easily offended. We let the jokes fly. You know why? Because life is serious enough. It's your man marqnash breaking beats. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
This that squad sound.
This is madness.
Yeah, I might do a pop-up. I might do a pop-up on this other topic, yo. Ain't got nothing to do with boxing. It's gonna be some hip-hop and social stuff. So stick around, stay tuned to the show. Might do a pop-up tomorrow, all right? It's your man Nash. Peace.